tapped on your window on your darkest night. The shape of you was jagged and weak. There was nowhere for me to stay, but I stayed anyway. And if I would've known how many pieces you had crumbled into, I might have let them lay. Are you really gonna talk about timing in times like these? Let all your damage me, and carry your baggage up my street, and make me your future history. It's time, you've come a long way. Open the blinds, let me see your face. You wouldn't be the first renegade to need somebody. Is it insensitive for me to say, get your shit together so I can love you? Is it really your anxiety that stops you from giving me everything? Or do you just not want to? I tapped on your window on your darkest night. The shape of you was jagged and weak. There was nowhere for me to stay, but I stayed anyway. You fire off missiles cause you hate yourself, but do you know you're demolishing me? And then you squeeze my hand as I'm about to leave. Are you really gonna talk about timing in times like these? Let all your damage me, and carry your baggage up my street, and make me your future history. It's time, you've come a long way. Open the blinds, let me see your face. You wouldn't be the first renegade to need somebody. Is it insensitive for me to say, get your shit together so I can love you? Is it really your anxiety that stops you from giving me everything? Or do you just not want to? If I would've known how sharp the pieces were you'd crumbled into, I might have let them lay. Are you really gonna talk about timing in times like these? Let all your damage me, and carry your baggage up my street, and make me your future history. It's time, you've come a long way. Open the blinds, let me see your face. You wouldn't be the first renegade to need somebody, to need somebody, to need somebody, to need somebody, to need get your shit together so I can love you. Is it really your anxiety that stops you from giving me everything? Or do you just not want to?
Hello, everyone. It's Friday night, right? Yes. Happy Friday night. This was a last minute live. Let me see who's here. Oh, our guest is here. We have many guests tonight. It's gonna be a panel tonight, you guys, but I want to say hi to everyone real quick. Real Rock and Robin, thank you so much for joining and modding for us. And of course, our wonderful Eve, we love you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We've got 6 Up Media here. Allie, Bad Log Files, our special guest. Let's see, 6 Up Media. Eliza Jerk, Michelle. We've got the jerks here tonight. They're also going to be coming up. If you guys, the guests, if you haven't seen it, I put the link in Discord, by the way. So go ahead and connect and get in the back studio. Once we get rolling here, I'll bring you all up. Let's see who else do we have. Tian Twister, good to see you, my friend. We got people rolling in. Please hit the like when you come in. We are trying a different twist on interviews. Hey, Glenda. Oh, I'm so happy to see Glenda here. Thank you for joining, Glenda. It's going to be a very interesting one tonight. We're doing another interview. This one's going to be live, and it's going to be with a panel. Our focus tonight, and it's going to be very emotional. I've got to try really hard to keep it together tonight because, hey, Gavel, this is a hard one for us. We feel very much for Yennefer. Yennefer is almost family to us. She feels like family to us at this point. Jen is here with us tonight. She's not here with me physically. She's actually with Yennefer. They're like BFFs. So she's hanging out over there with Yennefer. She will be joining us as well at Yennefer's house. Hey, Cindy, good to see you from Kingsport. Wonderful, wonderful. This was a last minute live, you guys. Wasn't planning to go live tonight. We didn't publish anything this week. I've been working really hard on a special episode where Glenn and I actually were investigating a Mothman sighting in Bristol. We did that last weekend, and I've been trying every single night to get that edited. Tonight, I'll be honest with you, several people reached out to me. The people connected with Yennefer, friends of Yennefer's, people who support Yennefer. There was going to be a live on 6 Ups with Yennefer. I don't know when it was scheduled, but they reached out to me and they said, hey, you know what? Let's explore Yennefer's beginning, because you guys have seen Yennefer. Okay. I'll just put it I'll put the link in the chat. That way it's easier for you all who are coming up to come up. Yennefer has been part of our local effort to interview people, to work with Nana on putting up flyers, investigating, talking to people, trying to find answers for someone's case. And you guys have all heard of Nana for Life. I mean, everyone knows Nana for Life. Everyone knows what she does every weekend, hanging flyers. There's another person that works alongside Nana. I'm talking every time Nana goes out, I think Yennefer is with her. She protects her. We're going to talk about her history, her past, and why she is a very protective force. Yennefer has been on Summer's case since day one, and it's really important, I think. It is really important for everyone to be introduced to this amazing woman and talk about her past, talk about why she's good at what she does and why she's supported, and also all the things. Jen and I, this is an interesting one tonight because the panel guests we're going to be having coming up know her history. They know what she's been doing since day one on Summer's case. Jen and I don't. We only know what we've seen since we've been working with Nana and Yennefer and all the other wonderful locals who are dedicated to finding answers for Summer. And so that's what tonight is all about. It's learning more about Yennefer. You guys have the things you guys maybe don't even know about this very private, very amazing woman who is local and who has been doing so much for Summerwell's case. Jen and I both want to introduce you to this woman. Yennefer hopefully will join on Yennefer's end. We're going to have Nana for Life. We're going to have Yennefer. We're going to have 6 Up Media. We're going to have I think the jerks are mostly joining us. I don't know how many of them, but first we're going to introduce you to our special guest, Yennefer. Welcome, Yennefer. You are muted, by the way.
I do that. It's a common practice. Mute as you go in.
Is Jen hiding in the background? Does she not want to be on? Yeah, she's hiding. It's a requirement. She has to be on camera. It's a requirement. Come over here, Jen. Come on. Yeah. What are you doing hiding off camera?
I thought I'd take the night off.
Oh, really?
there. I cleaned.
Yeah.
All right. So, and I put the
So-
link in the chat for all of the other guests we are hopefully going to have up here. I am going to bring Nana up too. Hey, Nana, we love you. Thank you.
Hey, I'm
for joining us
gonna
tonight.
slide out of here now.
Hey, it's good to see you guys.
Hey, honey.
Good to see you too. So other guests, hopefully 6 up. If you're in chat, please come on up. Gavel Geeks. Gavel Geeks. I forgot to mention my Gavel Geeks as well. She's on the thumbnail. She's that like green-haired character in the thumbnail. Hey, Gavel. Good to see you. We've got
Have you
Ellie
off mute.
tonight.
Hey, Karen. Hey, Gavel. I can say Jenny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't care. You can say Jude.
We're going to have 6 up, but she's got some kind of device is not connected. She's technical difficulties there. All right. I did want to get started, Yennefer, and as our guests come up, I'll bring them on and we'll start. It's the blue hair, yeah. You know, we met you through Nana, and
Right.
and I confess, I didn't know about all of the past that we've been learning about you as we talk to you and all of the history. We didn't know. All we knew is here's this woman working with Nana, putting up flyers, doing all of these things to help with someone else's case. And I had no idea until recently just how deep your background goes and how much you've done since day one. But before we go about the Summerwell's case, I do want to talk about number one of the reasons I respect you so much as a human being is your military background. Do you mind sharing a little bit about your military background, your history there, and how that formed your life, who you are today, if you don't mind?
Right after high school, I joined the military. I went into the Army. I served about 4.5 years. I had a 6-year enlistment, but I did leave early because of Bosnia and due to I was pregnant with my first son. And in the military, if you have a child, you have your 6 weeks. And then in our situation where we were being deployed, he would have to come back here. So I decided, I think I had 2 or 3 months before my due date. That's when I decided that I was just going to exit the military because it was more important to be a mom at that time for me because my husband
Okay.
at the time was going to Bosnia and he left 5 days after our son was born.
You were
I
both
was
in the
we were in a foreign country
Oh
and
wow.
we were both stationed there. I exited in the foreign country, delivered the child in the foreign country and stayed
Wow.
there while my ex-husband at the time was in Bosnia.
What country
So
was that? And I know you mentioned
I was in Germany.
Germany. Wow. Thank you, Linda, so much for the gifted membership. Appreciate that so much. We love you. That's so nice. I can't see who got the membership, but we'll see in a second. So that was in Germany and you had your child overseas. I did not know that. That was
Yeah.
your son, your first
Yeah,
son?
yes, he was born in a German hospital actually because
Oh my God.
we were in a
Wow.
concern and the nearest hospital was 2 hours away, military hospital. So I had him in an actual German hospital. Yep. And a
So
Catholic
number one,
German.
thank you so much for your service. People should not forget that Yennefer has a military background, and that brings a whole lot of skills, a whole lot of. It's almost you are entitled to a certain level of respect, in my opinion, when you have served in the military. People need to respect that because you gave up a part of your life, you gave up years of your life to serve our country. So thank you so much for doing that.
It was my pleasure. I enjoyed it actually. I mean, it was probably one of the best decisions that I could have made for myself at that time. And it made me the person I am today. And I'm not saying that because I'm some great person. I'm just saying that it made me the person I am today.
Did it lead to the skill sets that brought you to your career as well?
Yes. And I have
You
more
did
than
learn-
one career I have several careers that I do. One of them is a baker. I am a baker, honestly. So,
I know.
yes, Jen had
It's
some of my
delicious.
So I kind of am now doing sourdough and I discovered that there's a thing called chocolate sourdough. So I made chocolate sourdough and in the chocolate sourdough, I made a chocolate sourdough cake that your wife has sampled earlier.
It was so
Oh, I gotta have some of that.
good.
That
So
sounds
good.
amazing.
Yes. So yes, I truly am a caterer and a baker amongst other things that I do. nobody's
I love
business.
You are busy. You are definitely busy. I before we move on and talk about, we're going to focus in on Yennefer's past, her work in the Summer Wellness case from day one. We're going to go through. I want to learn. I want to learn about what that was all about. What from day one when you first heard. Before we get to that, I want to introduce our other guests too. Six Up is having some technical difficulties for some reason, and Michelle, you're up. So we've got the jerks, at least two of them, Eliza and Michelle. So Eliza, you go, if you don't mind going first. If people haven't heard of the jerks, could you explain what the jerks are? You a bunch of jerks?
We are a bunch of jerks.
You're the best jerks ever.
We like to, I don't know, kind of take a look at what's being said out there on YouTube. My phone is going crazy in the background. Sorry about that. Take a lot of what we hear on YouTube that's a bunch of baloney or just ridiculous, and we like to point out the ridiculousness of it and maybe have a little fun.
You're debunkers.
We are debunkers from time to time.
I love debunkers. It's one of my favorite type of people. That's awesome. And you're in the US. I know the jerks are all over the world. You're in the US, right?
Right. I'm in California.
By the way, what brought you guys together? Like, it's so cool to have a channel with so many personalities. How did that come about?
It came about, well, most of us, I'm trying to think if there's anyone that wasn't. No, I'm pretty sure we all were at Ziggy's at one time. That's where we met. Okay.
Really?
Then we were in a Discord together. It was once Ziggy's Discord, and then she didn't want it anymore, handed it off to somebody else. She was gone out of there. And we decided like we would get into voice chats and just talk a lot of silly stuff and cut up watch parties and whatnot. And then they decided to make a channel like, hey, what if we just made a channel and let everybody else, they're probably thinking what we're saying.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it came about.
I love it.
It was first Circle Jerk, but then we had there's a whole thing that you're probably not even aware of. Lady CG, who incidentally turned out after we had cut our ties with her, we realized that she was the CPS woman on Ziggy's panel way, way, way back in the early days of Ziggy. Anyway, so there was some whole fiasco about her kind of like, she was lying to us, right? So we ended up cutting ties with her, and then we started the channel, The Jerks, because actually she was the holder of that Circle Jerk channel.
Whoa, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. And so we are a bunch of jerks from time to time. I mean, people tell you, man, we're a bunch of jerks. I think if you ask Laura right now, she would definitely say we're jerks.
I love watching you guys. I have gotten obsessed with your channel, you guys, because I've always liked people who are somewhat skeptical and try to focus on proof and evidence. And when someone says something completely insane out there in the YouTube world, you guys cover it, and I love that. I love that so much about your channel.
Yeah, nobody should be losing their mind over this stuff. It is YouTube after all. Definitely when there's stuff out there that's flat out lies, it needs to be corrected so it doesn't keep spreading. Somebody needs to be standing up and saying, this isn't true. And then there's other stuff that we just laugh at because it's so ridiculous that it doesn't even really need debunking. It just needs clowning. And we're here to do that too.
Yep. I love it. Hey, Tanga. Tanga's here too. She's also one of the jerks. And Michelle is one of the jerks. Michelle, I have to tell you right off the bat, I love your accent. I absolutely love your accent.
Thank you very much, Ryan. I will say straight off the bat, I am actually a mini jerk. I am not a fully fledged. I'm a mini jerk, yeah. And very proud.
He's a behind the scenes jerk.
I'm a behind the scenes jerk. I don't generally do panels at all, as the girls would be able to tell you. But I'm here solely tonight to show Yennefer my support, and Nana, Six Up, and everybody who is working so tirelessly on Summer's case. For those ladies and gents like yourself, Ryan, who are out there day in and day out doing the things that other creators who will sit back and moan and groan, oh, they're saying this, they're doing that, who sit on their rear ends and do absolutely nothing but love to criticize these people who are out day in, day out and work so hard. People do not know the half of what you guys do, and that pisses me off.
Can I correct something real quick? I saw in chat.
Of
Uh-huh.
course.
This is not Michelle After Dark.
Right.
Michelle After Dark has a totally different
Similar
accent.
accent.
Yeah, no, well, Michelle After Dark is actually an English lady with her own channel.
Right.
I am Irish. We have two completely different accents. I'm from a little city called Belfast in the north of Ireland. I suppose I first came to YouTube, many years back when I was involved with a couple of the live streaming court trials. Then carried that into, I suppose, this sector. Now, I'm still very involved in watching court cases that go on now, and actually, we would stream them in our Discords. Some cases we haven't been able to watch lately, like the Athena Strand case. Some of us found it a wee bit too difficult to, to go in on that case. But that's really where I came from. I don't really know if there's much more I can say.
Well, I mean, that's what we're here for. I mean, true crime should be true crime, not crama, right? I mean, that's
Right.
I like that's your background. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And
thank
of
you for
course,
having me up.
thank you for being willing to come up tonight. And honestly, this is all about moral support for Yennefer, us all standing side by side for Yennefer. One more person I want to introduce real quick. You guys have seen her on our channel before. She is the brilliant data mining, I would call her computer scientist genius. The one and only Gavel Geeks. Thank you for joining tonight. If for people who don't, for some reason, don't know about your channel, what are you all about? What do you do?
I try to find the truth of the matter, really. Debunking what we can debunk, supporting what we can support based off of actual evidence. There's a lot of stuff I've been working on. I'm kind of a weirdo perfectionist. So it's taken a really long time. Nana is going to punch me in the face next time she sees me if I don't get some stuff out.
Today? Can you do it today?
Yeah, do it
Today.
Every day. Every day. But it's not the drama thing. It's the facts. What are the facts in the case? Like, because that's what people get away from, is that it's this person said this and this person did that, and a lot of it is complete horse crap. I mean, like, absolutely complete horse crap. Like, we're not shopping a documentary, and nobody went on Fred's property that I'm aware of and got bashed in the head. And we just try to show proof of that so that the people that care about the truth, there's a place that you could go find it. Right? Because the long lives, it's hard to do. There's a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, pretty much that's it. I mean, it's just really trying to get to the truth of Summer's case primarily, and there's some other things that I'm interested in that I hope to do at a later date. But currently,
not too much later.
Yeah, not too much. But all eyes on Summer. That's what we're about.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, I appreciate that about you, Gavel. We've always, at least, I put the link in the earlier chat. If you scroll up, you'll see the link to my background. I have always gravitated toward the skeptics and the people who believe wholeheartedly in truth. What is actually true? What's supported by the facts and the evidence? And Gavel is very much, I would say, like, I thought I was extreme, fact-based only. Gavel takes the extreme, just so you know. Like,
I know people get upset with me sometimes because I really, it's just hard for me sometimes. I'm like, but because people use the word gut a lot. We're talking earlier about gut. Is that what your gut tells you? And I'm like, based off evidence, yes. It's hard to say a gut feeling for me because I just have a hard time with that with no evidence, right, to back that up.
No, so. I love that about you. I think you bring us back to, you keep our feet on the ground. That's what you do. It's like, you feel like you're going a certain direction, but you're always like, but what facts are leading you there? And I love that about you. I really do, Gavel.
Oh,
so thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And of course, our next guest, we've had her on a few times, and I will tell you, this guest is, I wanted to put her as like one of the primary guests on this. She said, no, this is about all of us. We're supporting Yennefer tonight. And I love that about her. The thing with 6up Media, I will tell you right now, our first impression of 6up Media was incorrect. My impression of 6up Media was completely incorrect. I thought she was going only on the attack for the sake of going on the attack about us sometimes, which she didn't. She didn't really attack us. She just kind of made a few comments, and I made an assumption about 6up. Jen and I have gotten very close to this woman, to 6up Media. And while she can get fired up and she can absolutely tell you like it is, she's not going to hold back any punches. This woman, 6up Media, she has a huge heart. She has a giant heart. And as we've gotten to know her and she's gotten to know us, we have really come to appreciate 6up because she believes, as much as anyone else on this panel, the truth matters. The truth matters. And she despises people who will knowingly twist the truth, lie about it, capitalize on a missing person's case. That is her passion. So thank you for joining us, 6up Media. For people who don't know your channel yet for some crazy reason, could you tell them a little bit about what you do, why you do it, what drives you to run your channel, if you don't mind, real quick?
Well, I mean, when I first started my channel, I didn't think it was going to turn out, obviously, into what it turned into, what it is now. But when it did turn into what it turned into, I just like to use my platform to call out these exploiters, pretty much. And as we can see, actually, it's not that hard to do. I'm just saying, like, it's not really that hard. I just press play and do basic commentary on, I mean, it's constant lies. If you guys watched my stream last night, it was just like, it's all the time. And I'm not surprised that Ziggy set up this live to come for Yennefer at all. I expected it. Expected even her to go even further than that, because I know what she's capable of. And the thing is that Yennefer knows that too. And
that was tonight.
Yeah,
she was live tonight to attack Yennefer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know what, and I'm sorry that I'm a little bit late. My computer, of course, updated, so I don't know how far you guys have gotten into any of the conversations. So I just want to say hello to everyone. Hello,
we just
everyone.
did introduction so far.
Yeah. We've got, thank you so much, Real Rockin' Robin, for giving 5 memberships. Running Bear, I'm so happy Running Bear got one. He's been, he or she, I don't know your gender, I'm sorry for assuming, but oh my God, Running Bear, awesome. Kathy Gordon got a membership. Welcome, Kathy. I'm so happy you got a membership. Focus on Solutions and Mrs. Mama. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one missing, but that's okay. Thank you,
Hey,
Real Rockin' Robin. Focus on Solutions. And thank you, 6up, for what you do. I will, like I said, we have gotten a major newfound respect for you and and that what you suffer through to do what you do is just, it's remarkable. And so thank you for being up here too with everyone.
Well, tonight, I want to say, like, tonight is a little example, right? We get a little example of what she's doing to Yennefer. We know, and she's over there, what I've already heard, and I've only heard a little bit. We know, people that know Yennefer know that she's a very kind person, a very genuine person, a very intelligent woman, obviously, that's going to make good decisions. So this is somebody who is, there's no surprise, right? That, of course, Ziggy is, I guess, concerned. I don't know what the concern was, but I love that Yennefer is absolutely willing to be up here tonight and do this. I love this. I love seeing her face too, because I love her face.
Thank you.
And the thing with and Yennefer is the first one to come up, and she, you know, we're, like I said, we're like family with Yennefer, and she was like, you know what, I'm ready to go ahead and share my story tonight. And so this, like I said, this is unexpected.
Yep.
But it's perfect. It's the perfect next interview because we've interviewed locals. We've interviewed Glenda, Steve, Bill Shipley. We've interviewed Karen, which was one of our, I think what I said, what that at the time I said that was one of our most important interviews. This is so unique because Yennefer is on, sort of like on our side of the fence where we're trying to get answers. Jen and I started in 2020, the end of 2022, 2023, and we've learned so much from Yennefer about the case, about the history, about the craziness and the people in the area. And I want to thank you, Yennefer, for helping Jen and I kind of honestly come up to speed with all of you who have been here since day one.
Thank you.
And so we're going to grill you now. Are you ready?
Don't
sorry.
I didn't no.
Hold on. I will fix that. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. See what? Let's see what format works best. Well, we'll do everyone. I don't want to. I know you.
No, you're fine.
What we know about you so far is you are normally a very private person.
Yes.
You are not a creator. You don't have a channel.
No,
you don't. And you don't like this. Like, this isn't the kind of thing that you enjoy, is it?
No, I was on a channel with another lady for a few months before Summer's Day, the first one. So I was up on panel with them. Not many lives, but it is uncomfortable, and I don't like it.
That's why we are all here to support you tonight. I'm really interested in learning the history about how you got involved in Summer's case, how it all started for you. So let's start from day one. When June 15th, Summer went missing, where you were, what happened, and what drew you into Summer's case. And anyone on the panel here tonight can ask any questions of Yennefer as well. So let's start there. Where were you? What was happening in your life when Summer went missing?
I know we got the text. The child in danger alert was the first thing that we got. I don't live in the Beach Creek area. I do live near there. So I didn't hear the helicopters and all that was going on, but we did have the text. We started following it on the local news, just like we did with Evelyn, baby Evelyn, of course, because, you know, we had a couple of cases close together that were hitting our area. So we started following them. I will say that my husband, was more into YouTube than me, and introduced me to YouTube Live. So I started watching YouTube Lives. Of course, we started with people like AB, started watching them. Benny, I don't know. I can't think of everybody right off, but a lot of the same channels, we all watched them. We discovered Ziggy's channel, of course. I started frequenting her channel quite a bit, going into the lives. That's where the name Yennefer. I knew enough to not go in with my real name because of my husband, and then I started participating in live. I started I did email her when she was talking about coming to the area. I did offer to help.
You're talking about Ziggy. Okay. You actually, she contacted you. You
No,
contacted
I
her.
did. I did.
Okay.
I
Okay.
did reach out to her. There were other creators that I watched besides her.
Okay.
But she was probably one of the main ones that I watched at first. I did watch Tiffany Marie, like I said, Benny, AB, Cracking Cases. When Scott and Penny had their channel, we followed them. So there were a lot. And then, of course, here comes Ziggy with her channel, and we were following all of them. But this is when I got really involved, if you want to say. Of course, I was in lives, I was supporting people that way. But when she talked about coming to this area, I did say that I'll show you around because I'm familiar with the area. I live here. I grew up here. So that's how that started, with me becoming the tour guide, as another creator called me. Because she wasn't the first creator that I had taken into the area.
You were a local that showed other creators around. You knew the area. What drew you to show YouTube creators the Beach Creek area? What inspired you to do that?
To find summer, to find answers. Also, just to help. I mean, why not? If somebody's interested enough to come help, ask questions, search, do videos, why not help? We weren't bothering anybody. We weren't going on private property. Huh?
Okay. Anybody willing to help, you were just like, okay,
Yeah.
fine, just go ahead and do it. Did you go to the first vigil? T and Twister asked if you went to the first vigil.
No, I did not go to the first vigil. No, I did not.
Okay. So what did that look like? I'm, and maybe other panelists can help me, because I don't know the sequence of events. I just know that Yennefer was involved with welcoming and showing, YouTube creators around the area. Did you become the contact point for a lot of creators?
No, just a few. Jenny was one of them, actually. Gavel Geeks.
Yes, I was. That's why I'm here tonight, because I love Yennefer so much. The first time that I went up there, she kind of showed me where things were, and it makes a huge difference. It's not like what people try to make it out like, a tour guide. That's ridiculous. It was to help me understand a little better, like the layout, the landscape, what we were talking about. Like, Ryan, I'm sure when the first time you went out there, it's a whole thing, how it feels, actually seeing the space. I mean, I like cried and cried, and Nana met us and went down there with us too. And I said, I feel like I'm going to throw up when we were going through there. It's a lot, and it's much more intense and serious and important than YouTube makes it.
It does have that feel, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh, she did. I mean, Gavel just said it so perfectly, because of me going through that same experience years later, right? Going down there years later and having the same experience with Yennefer and Nana, and feeling the weight of that, what it really is.
Yeah.
And what we've really been trying to what the real goal for the majority of us here is, right? So yeah.
And that's what it is. It's like, regardless of, everybody has their, that has a channel, they have their own focus and the way that they focus on things. We were just talking about this today, and I said, as long as Summer is always in the center, if we can stand back and say, you know what, this doesn't matter. She's the focus and she's the center. And I don't care what anybody says. I'm really, like, to a point now. It used to bother me. It used to upset me greatly, because people would just lie and lie and lie. And why are they doing this? Because it doesn't make sense. But as long as she is the focus and we stay focused there, we can't, it can't go wrong. I mean, do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I made the mistake of, like, being upset with people on lives before, because I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. But that's not what I want to do here. as mad as I get sometimes, as upsetting as it is to hear people just straight up lie, because there are quite a few creators who do, and they lie about her case.
Yeah, there are.
Like literally about her case. But Yennefer and Nan are just so special to me, and I don't know if people are. I don't want to say jealous because that's a word that another creator likes to use. Oh, they're just jealous of us. Of what? What would I be jealous of?
Yeah.
But I think the way that people talk about that are ugly about Yennefer or Nana is a very vicious, catty, jealous seeming thing. Like there's no reason for them to feel that way.
I don't get
None.
it either. Yeah,
I
because all
agree.
the
Yennefer. Oh, I'm sorry, Eliza. Go ahead.
That's okay. They're not out here going, "Hey, look at me! Look what I'm doing."
Right.
Nobody would ever know what they were doing in their efforts to help find this little girl.
That's
Had
true.
it not been for us shouting them out and thanking them,
Mhm.
and you know,
Yeah.
otherwise they're not looking for attention. You know, but since I'm up
Okay.
here, does that mean I get to be in the documentary, Ryan?
let me work with my contacts because I apparently am running.
Well,
I don't know, Eliza. I'm
You're
still
gonna
doing
have to-
interviews.
Hold on, you got to call Skilo.
And Chasing too. Get a hold of Chasing in Mexico because she's the boss. And then
Chasing runs the whole thing. Chasing runs the whole thing from another country.
Sometimes it's Michelle After Dark, though. Just to be honest, I believe at one time it was Scott H. Apparently, which is hilarious. If you know Scott,
somebody tell me who I got to talk to get in this documentary.
Well, I think it's one of us. I believe it's one of us, and Skilo specifically. But if you think because somebody was in a History Channel show,
who was that
at one time?
Who was that?
They are. but the idea, the warped brain that comes up with, oh my gosh, that was Skilo's contact at what ID Discovery or whatnot. Yeah, that's true. It's Adrian is the documentary, but it's very warped, wrong thinking. Is that right, Skilo? Wrong thinking? Is the term correct? That's an actual term, like wrong thinking. They try so hard to put things together. I completely debunked that any of us were anywhere near Fred's property at any time, much less to be busted in the head with an aluminum pipe. She continues to say it. And I know she knows it's been debunked.
Well, I mean, we heard the story that was actually a really early story before Fred was on YouTube. That was a story he was telling locals.
Correct. And not only that, he was telling it in June of 2022. Fred was telling that story in his interview with Ziggy.
Yes.
He was telling her that story 6 months before we went down there to search.
And then it became YouTube. And then it became YouTubers. It's wild.
It is. It's very weird. Very weird. Yeah. There's no reason at all to think that any of us would have been creeping around Fred's property, that any of us wanted to talk to Fred. Even none of us did. She asked me repeatedly to ask him questions. Go down there. She goes, just ask him and ask him the same things and tell him I sent you. I had no desire to because I knew that he wasn't telling the truth. So to be fair, there are bits of truth in some of the things Fred says.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can't say every single thing is false. The hell of it is trying to figure out what actually is true. Mm-hmm. And it's never the big story he's telling. I can't say that. These big stories where he's this big helper and he's doing all this stuff. No, but there's a little bit of truth through there. I believe.
I agree. And to take us back to Nana, I know that you and Yennefer are probably the closest of any of the locals who have been doing this stuff. And I'd love Nana's take on how you and Yennefer met and your relationship, how it started and then built into this beautiful, like I see you guys working together every single damn weekend. Like the two of you are doing something. for summer, and I'd love to hear your story about how you and Yennefer met. How did that start, and how did you land where you are today with this wonderful relationship you guys have?
Thank you so much, Ron, for having us up. But first of all, I would like to say, Jennifer, thank you so much for your service,
Thank
for
you.
standing up for our country and going to Germany and having a baby.
Mm.
Wow.
He
Hats
was
off.
nice. He's wonderful.
I get it. I had my baby at a military hospital, my first one. So I understand. It's very different having a military baby than having a baby that's not born in the military. So hats off to you for taking a stand and going to fight for your country. And I certainly do appreciate that. And I appreciate you every single day.
I appreciate
And
you.
Yennefer is my angel. She really is. And I couldn't do what I do without her. Most of you don't know, but I have bad hips and bad knees. So for me to get out of the car and put up posters is very difficult for me to do. And Jennifer's my angel, and I make the posters, I print the posters, I laminate the posters, get the staples together, everything we need, and Jennifer hops out and puts them up for us.
Yep.
We don't do it for accolades. I heard someone recently say that, I was searching for accolades. Far from the truth. If I was, there would be pictures of me hanging up my posters. There aren't any pictures. I don't have a YouTube channel. I'm just a sub. I have not been on Don's property. For those of you that are accusing me of being on Don's property, I have not since he asked me not to, December the 5th of 2025. However, I do still hang up posters in Beach Creek and Van Hill and Ben Hill Road because those are public properties. I can do that. It's not an issue. So take a chill pill. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not going on Don's property. And there was a lady that left YouTube because of all the hate. And she used to go with me in Yennefer, but she's no longer part of our team because of all the hate on YouTube. She felt that it was best if she just stepped away. So she's not part of our team anymore. But again, Yennefer is my angel. She is, I can call her and say, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? What time you want to go? And
Yep.
she's there.
Mm-hmm.
And no questions asked. No, let's do this. No, I can't. She just goes.
How did you guys meet? How did you guys meet?
Funny story. We met at Cracker Barrel to discuss Summer's case. And here we are
Yep.
almost 5 years later.
Yes.
You just knew of each other from YouTube, like you
Mhm.
guys were subs to different. Really? Oh, that's wild.
Yes.
Yes. I don't
And didn't
even.
know each other.
Yeah.
I grew up in Kingsport. She grew up in Gray and Johnson City. Didn't know each other. Walked in
Wow.
Cracker Barrel to meet each other. And I like, are you Yennefer? Are you Kimberly? So, it was that, and we hit it off. We were great friends from that moment,
Yeah.
and we've been serving Summer ever since.
Yes, we have. And I grew up in Kingsport.
Oh, okay, Kingsport.
I
And you
didn't
know
know that.
what's crazy? We would have never, ever, ever known each other. People say,
Mm-mm.
oh, everybody knows everybody. No, you really
No, they
don't.
don't. No.
I mean, it's Kingsport, Bristol, Johnson City, Beach Creek, Rogersville. It's a huge area. I
Yeah.
would have never met Yennefer
No.
had we
Hey, Nana,
not met through YouTube.
I love how you guys met, and I love your relationship today. And I hate to take a sidestep here, but I do need to highlight this question, and I think Nana should answer it. Does anyone on the panel think the new sheriff will help us find Summer? What do you think, Nana?
I absolutely positively do. I'm so excited. I have already called and introduced myself to him.
Mhm.
I have also met a lot of the other sheriffs and deputies in Hawkins and Sullivan because I'm a local. I go to church with them. I know them. You know, I don't have a background. So anybody that wants to pull my background, you won't find anything. Um, and I told the sheriff, pull my background. Um, I've never been in trouble. Uh, Super excited about our new sheriff. I think he's going to do great things for Summer. He wants Summer found as much as we do. Well, I don't know if he does as much as we do, but he does want her found, to be fair. So I'm super excited about him, and I think he's going to do a great job. I think he's going to lead us in the right direction, and he's going to do his job. I guess that's the part that I've had with Ronnie Lawson, and Ronnie Lawson knows it. I think he screwed up the case from day one. I don't think he did what he needed to do. I don't think he had his detectives doing what they needed to do. But that's my personal opinion. I don't have any facts to back that up. That's just my personal opinion. But I do think that the new sheriff is going to take us in the right places, just to answer your question.
That's exciting. And it looks like you might have Linda. I don't know if you are local. Nana welcomes all locals who are willing to help hang posters. 100%.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be happy to meet you to give you posters. I'm in Kingsport, so I can meet you pretty much wherever. I'm on Facebook, and it's Nana for Life. Hit me up on Facebook, and we'll definitely get together. Listen, the more help we can get, the better. I've been
Yes.
focusing on Beach Creek, Van Hill Road, because in my personal opinion, whomever took this baby away from her home is from the area. My personal opinion. That's how I feel. So that's why I have focused on that area. But I would love to give you some posters, have you hang them up, get them out there. There's also some on my Facebook that you can download and print if you want to do that as well. But yes, all help is needed.
Thank you, Linda. Any other locals who are interested in helping with hanging flyers or anything else with trying to help with the Summer Wells case, reach out to Nana on the Facebook. Her Facebook link is actually in her description, so it's easy for you to find. Check it out. Message Nana. Nana organizes a lot of the work every single week that we do to try to further Summer Wells case. She reached out on her own to the new sheriff, and she's hooked up. She's hooked up, and she wants to make sure that the new sheriff is going to focus on Summer Wells' case. So thank you all for being willing to help. Anybody who's, again, any local is willing to help. I would say reach out to Nana. You can reach out to me if you want, but I'm probably going to forward you to Nana because she's unorganized.
Ryan, can I add something really quickly? I think a lot of people don't think about, and that would be super helpful. You do not have to be local to download the flyer from Nana's and post it where you live. Go to like places on the highway near where you live and put them in
I post them in rest stop. I got one. A guy let me put one in a rest stop. So you just never know where somebody might let you post the flyer at, guys. Just give it a shot.
Yeah.
And that's a great point, Jeannie. Thank you for bringing that up. I actually had someone reach out to me last week, and I mailed some to South Carolina because the person is going to be traveling and wants to hang them up in her route, to going to wherever she's going. And that's fabulous. We don't know where Summer is.
I hang them in Georgia. I mean, I have no idea if she's down there. I know the Wells have had ties to here. Other people have had, who were in the area have ties in Georgia. So I've hung them around here too.
It could be anywhere.
Yeah, because we have no idea where she is.
Right, exactly. Anywhere anyone's willing to hang flyers, absolutely, 100%.
But I would like to. I'm sorry, Jeannie.
No, go ahead.
I would just like to say, Yennefer, I love you from the bottom of my heart. You're my road dog. I couldn't do it without you. No way.
I love you so much, and like I said, you're Summer's angel. If it wasn't for you, I feel like she'd be lost right now, even more.
We love that about you, Yennefer. You give credit to other people, but one weekend we were filming, and I loved it. We were behind you and Nana, and Nana pulled over to the we were hanging flyers and then going to talk to Glenda and the whole, the crew there, and you jumped out and you stapled that thing to the post, and that is the thing. Like, what, you're the
She's a force.
talk
Yennefer
about
is
boots
a
on the ground,
force.
right?
I'm
Yep.
telling you, people do not understand. I'm telling you, not just that, not just that. The times that, like, when I first met Yennefer in person, and we're like sitting in the car driving around Beach Creek, and every single point she knows, every single question I have, every single, and you can just see her wheels spinning. That is what I love about Yennefer, is that she is always thinking. She's thinking and wanting to learn and wanting to share that knowledge of information. And yes, there are a lot of gens here on the panel tonight.
Yes, there are.
There are
I
a
think there's
lot.
three,
Yes.
right? Three?
Yeah.
Maybe there's one in the background.
It's a Yennefer
Oh,
takeover.
there's four. There's four. We got Jenny too.
Yeah.
Gavel Geeks.
Yeah.
Also Jenny.
Yeah, so it's Jennifer, Jen, and Jenny. Yep.
So Yennefer, let's get back to the beginning. You were the contact point for a lot of creators.
Yes,
Who
and
wanted
I
to the
did
area.
do what?
How did you know the area so well? How did you even become that person who they reached out to?
I just put myself out there, to be honest with you. I knew Jenny from YouTube as well, with Chroma Mama. So when
And you
she,
just offered to,
Mhm.
if we were around, that you would help us, find where things were, help us find a place to stay,
Yep.
that kind of thing. I mean, and it was just like when I decided to go, of course, that I was like, well, and I think I ended up just finding a place, but and it's crazy because it was directly across
Mhm.
from where Yennefer lived. I didn't even
Mhm.
know. That was crazy. But it was really nice. I mean, we drove routes, checked times, and then Nana met up with us, and I got to see Beach Creek, Ben Hill, all of that. It was just I can't describe it for people who haven't been there. But I do want to say, later when we went and searched, and some people seem to have some major issue that we didn't make that YouTube content because it was a search.
Mhm.
Do you understand?
Yes,
They
it was a
always do that.
search.
They do that all of the time. If you
Yeah.
do, if you go to the area, they expect, that's another thing that, like, people need to stop. Like, they expect this thing to happen. And for me,
Yeah.
it's just like, okay, and you guys know where my panel target. I mean, I'm targeting people that are exploiting. So I'm all the time like, stop doing that. Stop making it content. Stop making every single point content. When
Right.
None of that was content. It was a sad, very sad,
That's what tragedy can do, is
upset. Yeah,
film
exactly.
film
But
that. What happens if
it
you
gets.
actually found what you were looking for and you're
I know.
filming? What
I know.
the heck?
Well, it's very weird because it, it, it was said, oh, they didn't share it, and I think that's real shady. Something happened on that trip they don't want to talk about.
No.
No, it didn't. Just because
No.
we're not telling you that, oh, well, then we went to eat here, and then we went here. Every single word we've ever said about anything gets twisted into some
You mean you didn't
really sick shit.
secretly record people that you were
I've
talking to
never
with
done
a really
that.
crappy recording?
No, never did that. Never, not
And
once.
take spy pens into church.
No, didn't do that.
We didn't do any of that.
Well, see, I actually wasn't able to be on the actual search because of what had happened the night before with you guys getting chased out of there. And my husband was with me, and he was like, no way. You're not going down there. And I finally talked him into going down there, and it was at the end of the search. I actually saw you guys coming back.
Yep.
But I get put in all kinds of crazy stuff that happened, and I wasn't even there. They don't understand. They don't even know. So their lies are just ridiculous.
Yep.
I mean, they are ridiculous lies. We didn't keep anybody from going on a trip. I had no control over what other people do. I didn't organize it. It was like none of that. But I mean, it was a big deal.
You mean other people had their own free will to do what they want?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I have a job. I wasn't organized, like planning everybody else's schedule. It
Itinerary.
just, yeah, it's not, I'm not that person anyway. I'm like very organized in my own things, but I'm not the planner, right?
I'm the planner.
And Hannah's the planner. Yep. Hannah's a planner. But
Today,
as far,
you do it today.
Sure.
as far as that
Speaking
trip,
of
I mean, the things that we have all been through, that include Tracy, Adrian, Skeeter, Yennefer, Nana, everybody
What-
that was there
Gavel,
is ridiculous.
Gavel, what are the two people you guys tied up? According to Chasing, you guys tied up 2 people.
We
I was
did?
showing
Hold
Jim
on.
that.
Shh, shh, shh.
That's
Did
why I'm
we?
cracking up.
Wait, was I there?
You were
I don't
supposed
know.
to keep that top secret. That's not supposed to be out. Chasing. How dare you?
She's just making
Some
it worse.
things
You don't
was
even
just
care.
fun.
Discord.
Just
Just
thinking
throwing
that,
it out
like,
there.
It's the
thanks a lot,
people we were
Chasing, you
hunting.
just
We
made
tied
it
them up.
worse.
I can hear it now. Chasing literally said they tied people up after she said they were hunting people. They were hunting humans. I was like, are you serious right now? Hunting, looking for, not hunting with a gun. That's crazy.
Do people not
Right,
understand
Adrian.
that different states have different, like, I don't know what would you say, slogans or way that they say things?
Yeah.
Vernacular, yeah.
Yeah, her
Giggity.
state, they might be, I'm
Giggity.
hunting you. Yeah. I mean, come on, people, really?
Adrian said giggity.
Get out of your 50-mile radius. Go somewhere.
Well, it is weird that they would do that with Donna Candace too, and things Donna Candace said, they didn't understand their speech, right? And they're not from Tennessee, but they've lived in Tennessee for a while. They lived in other places too, but there's also slang that goes with that. So this past tense that they used, people were like, "Oh my God, they used past
that's
tense," and it's
another
like
thing.
that's not indicative of anything in this
That's
area. I'm
another
sorry.
thing that's helpful to have Nana and
Yes.
Yennefer around so they can, be a translator sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, they've helped clear stuff up a lot of times about just how something was said by someone.
When I first,
Well, I don't do Fred speak. Let's just make sure that's clear because I am so confused when he speaks.
when I had
I have to
to
scratch my head.
I
I
had
think
to
we all do.
transfer to my job to Mississippi for quite a few years, and when I first did, I swear people would come up and say something to me, and they might as well have been speaking another language, and I would just look at one of my employees and just go, "Huh?" And they would have to say it slow for me. So
Yeah. I will say to our viewers
take the
that
trained ear.
Haven't seen a lot of the panelists we have up here are very much against someone capitalizing or monetizing, especially Six Up. Probably, I would say about anyone, she will go after anyone who monetizes a missing child case, especially. And we do, like, we film. I'm not going to back down and say, look, we don't do this. We do film some of our searches, and it was when we almost met Six Up one time on Light Hollow Road. And she learned that the way we decide, we have to make a decision. Jen and I do need to fund our searches. It does cost money, but you don't have to publish every single thing, especially when there's a local who's letting you search their property for summer. Several panelists here tonight have said finding summer has to be central to your goals. What you do. And so, yes, we'll search places, we'll film it, we'll publish it. Six Up has told people on her own channel, there was a weekend that we were doing we call it black searches, where we do a search that we just don't publish. And it's hard because it takes money, it takes time, it takes resources, but there are some searches you have to do that you can't publish because the local person who's letting you search their property does not want their shit on YouTube. The biggest mistake we ever made personally, and I regret doing this, is when we searched Andy Bernard's property and we published it. That should have been a black search because you saw what happened. Everyone went after Andy. Everyone after his parents. They made fun of the property. They made fun of the mess. That should have been a black search, and I feel bad for that. That was a mistake we made, because if we hadn't done that, we might have been able to search past the end of Fields Road and other Bernard properties. And people have said, "Oh, the Bernards are trying to hide something because they don't want to let Ryan search." You know what? No shit. They will not let us search, and I don't blame them, because of the way YouTube and the public treated that search. They made fun of Andy, they made fun of Andy's property, and that was our fault. We made a mistake. We made it public. And so you have to make a decision as a creator. Yes, you need
hindsight is wonderful, though, isn't it? We make mistakes and we learn from them.
You learn from them. And there's publishing searches to let people know what we're up to, but there's also a lot you have to do behind the scenes because of the way YouTube is and the way YouTube treats people. And I'm going to get back to Yennefer again.
Yes, back to the way
right?
YouTube treats people right there.
Yeah.
Yennefer. Someone again, and people, and I know that I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to mute for a little while. The thing about Yennefer hiding. Yennefer has not been hiding, you guys. She's not been hiding. She just has not been like, "Hi, here I am. I am Yennefer. I am the one that did this or that or this or that," because that's not her personality. But she has been here. She has been here the entire time. So I just wanted to say that there's no hiding.
And what I would like to say is I've gotten to know these ladies, gents, very well recently. And I have listened to some of the stories that a certain other creator is continually putting out, the things that she says about the residents of the area and surrounding areas. It makes me very, very angry. Having gotten to know these people, I can tell you 100%, as someone who's not even from the country, these people are not what they're being made out to be. In fact, they're the complete opposite. They're genuine, hard-working, caring people who go out of their way to work hard for everything they believe in.
And they believe in integrity, and they believe in character. And it's very strong in the Beach Creek area. You respect your neighbors, you take care of your neighbors, even beyond, like, law enforcement is an outside force they may bring in, but the Beach Creek area is a very unique culture where it's closed. It's a closed loop system. They take care of their own, and when one of their own causes problems, they take care of it. And it's a very unique space. It's such a unique culture to dive into, and Yennefer understands that. She knows people. Yennefer and Nana have talked to people in Beach Creek. They know people in Beach Creek. They become friends with people in Beach Creek. And so it's important to understand that you don't just come in as a YouTuber. Well, Jen and I couldn't go to Beach Creek and just talk to anyone we want. It doesn't work that way. You got to gain their trust. They know you have character, you have integrity. You're not just going to put their shit, secretly record them and put them on YouTube. And they trust Nana and they trust Yennefer because they know they're not going to do that to them. And so,
nor would I allow someone to. There's no way that I would take someone and just allow them to do that to my neighbors. And someone told me that Beach Creek wasn't my neighbor. I live 12 miles from there. Not sure how they're not my neighbor.
True, yeah.
They are.
Of course.
I'm going to keep it real with you. They're everybody's neighbors. That entire community lost a little girl that the entire world has grown to love and adore and wants her to be found. Period. It doesn't matter where you're from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have had people in various Discords who have lived in different parts of Ireland from me, maybe 300 or 400 miles away from me and more. And we refer to each other as our neighbors because we're neighbors.
Yeah. Yep. There's something special about that when you know these are people you can trust, you can talk to, you can gossip with about what's going on in the neighborhood, and you're together in it. Like you're part of the
Yeah,
same group, right? Same people.
yeah.
You know, I would never allow someone to have a recorder in their pocket and not allow them to know that they're recording and just start recording stuff.
Mhm.
They're going to
Yeah.
know you're recording. You're going to put the recorder up on the counter and say, "Do you mind if I record this while we're here?"
Mhm.
Just the way I do business.
Thank you, Linda, for doing that.
Hello, Breach. There's one of my beautiful little neighbors there.
Breeze,
That's
we love
awesome.
Breeze. Hello,
And
beautiful
Breach
Breeze.
and I, yeah, Breach and I we would be about nearly 4 hours away from each other
Mhm.
driving, you know,
That's
and
awesome.
we refer to each other as neighbors.
I love it. I love it. And so, Yennefer, I want to get back to you. I want to get back to your experience. I don't know. All I know is you were welcoming creators into the area. You were showing them around. What happened? Like what do you think turned south when things started going wrong back then? What I don't know the history. Jen and I weren't here in 2021. What happened? When did it start taking a south turn, and all of a sudden it starts going to shit for you, and you're like, I don't want to have anything to do with this shit. Why was that? What happened?
So my first experience with being, how do I say this? Torn to shreds. I don't know. Was after Ziggy was here and the Bones experience. Tiffany Marie was doing a live, and I went up on that panel, and a lot of us in here remember that. And
On Tiffany?
Never forget it.
yeah, I went up on
Wow.
Tiffany's panel and went through that whole experience with that. I did take my Facebook down after that.
Why?
I didn't know at the time, but then I brought it back up shortly after and just locked everything down, or
Okay.
learned to lock everything down after that, because I think I had to lock even more down after that. I don't remember, to be honest, because I mean, think
What,
about this. How many years ago was this? I don't remember when I locked my Facebook down.
what was happening? Did you feel like you were going to get dug into, like your family was going to get dug into?
I didn't.
You
Yeah, because of other things that were going on, and at the time I didn't know. To be honest, I
Okay.
really didn't know, to be honest. I've been my first YouTuber was Ziggy. The next, I think, after that was Scott Skulls, Jenny, and I don't know. Well, then, Chasing, Adrian, Chroma Mama, all of us. I pretty much stopped after that, but I didn't stop helping the cause with Nana. We didn't stop. We were still doing Summer's Day. We were doing the Christmas trees. We were doing purple tents. And in every event that we did, it was, yes, summer was the focus, but we also had information for other missing children. That's what it was about. It was about the children. And that's what it's always been about.
Could we dive into the Bones? Because Jen and I weren't here for the whole Bones thing. And it sounds like the Bones thing, like, is what made a lot of people, and I know Six Up has mentioned the Bones thing too, for her was the moment where it started changing. What was it about the Bones that changed it for people, do you think?
Number one, I want to make it clear, I wasn't there with the Bones. I was on the second interview when Ziggy talked to Fred. So Miss Kathy was with him on the first one. I do remember getting a phone call from Ziggy after the Bones, talking about the Bones. And then I do remember her phone was dying. She had to go charge it. Then she called law enforcement. And I want to say she may have mentioned about going live then. And I don't remember if I told her that's a bad idea, but I was thinking that's a bad idea. And all that happened. The next day is when I met up with Ziggy to see Fred again. Her second time is what I mean by again. I had spoken with her. I don't remember if it was before the live that she did or after, but I do remember talking to her after the live, and I offered to pick her up because she was upset. And she was clearly upset over the live that Tiffany Marie had done prior. So I went and picked her up. The whole ride there, she was texting whatever with Tiffany Marie until we lost service. And then we talked about her interview with Fred, and she was excited, and she told me about it and told me some of the questions, and said that she wanted to re-ask those same questions just to see if he was lying. And I was like, okay. And when we got there, I backed my truck up. Her +1 was with her, so I left the +1 in the vehicle, and I did lock the vehicle because I don't know what's going on. And we walked up to the hill, and I don't remember if she went to the door or if Laura came out, but the first one we talked to was Laura. I do remember that. And then she had said, I just got up. He came out with a cup of coffee. And then, of course, we conducted the interview.
Michelle, you're not muted, hon.
Yeah, Michelle, there we go.
I can mute her.
And she conducted the interview. Before I go any further, I would like to say one thing real quick, if that's okay.
Of course.
The intent of doing this live, or doing the live that we were supposed to do later this month, was not to badmouth anybody at all. I don't have anything against Ziggy, meaning like she thinks I do. Do I appreciate her going after Nana? No, I don't. That's my friend. That's my real life friend right there. Do I appreciate her going after Ron and Jen? No, Jen's here with me. We're real life friends.
Yep.
That's how you develop relationships, is you meet the people, you get to know the people, you become friends with the people. That's what we have done here. That's why we're such a strong group. That's the way I feel. And I had no intentions to say anything negative about her. Nothing. So I just wanted to make that clear, that I wanted to talk about my experience with them, what I saw, what I heard. That's it. That's what I experienced.
Yennefer, can you explain, or do you understand why this is why she's done this?
No, I actually
Because
don't
I've never
understand.
heard you say or do anything to cause this.
No, and I became friends with Six Up too.
Oh,
I mean,
is that it?
I don't know. I did hear.
Yes, and well, I'm gonna say too, Ziggy did not know that Yennefer and me were friends, because I didn't say that. I wouldn't say, "Hey, Yennefer," in the chat, right? I knew that Yennefer was under another name, and I didn't draw attention to her all these years that we have been friends, for good reason, obviously, because here we are tonight, right?
Yep.
The last time I was live,
so she just found out you knew
she
Six
found out
Up
via me. Yes.
and that's it. That's what this is.
That's it. That's it. That's all it
Could
needs.
be
That's
simple as that.
That's weird.
Last night.
So you can't talk to anybody that's okay.
And I'm in hate chats. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not on YouTube that much, and I don't have a channel. Do I do frequent social media? And there's another platform that I frequent more than this one. I'll be honest with you.
I know what
I'm into
is.
sourdough and Taylor Swift. That's
Yes.
that song for me. Thank you very much.
There's another platform.
Taylor.
There's another platform. Why are you so secretive? What are you trying to hide?
Nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
TikTok. I just
God.
didn't want to know if you could say other platforms on YouTube, but yeah, I do like TikTok. I mean, come on.
But I think that's something that a lot of people don't seem to understand, is that once you are, it's been almost 5 years
Yeah.
that she's been missing. It's been over about 4.5, I think, that we've known each other.
Yes.
Right. So once you meet someone and you spend time with them and you have these conversations, these real conversations, like how do you really feel about this? What do you think about this? Here's some information I found. Let's talk about this privately, not on a live where you throw up people's personal
Yes.
information.
Yes.
Doesn't it really just come down
Years
to
of
who
this.
has integrity and who doesn't?
Well, I mean, I don't even want to accuse people. As I understand, I agree with you. All I'm saying is that people don't understand that we do have a bond. We are
Yes.
friends.
Yes.
And
Also, can I just say that my channel is not a hate channel?
okay.
No.
Can I just like say that out
You're
loud?
a
I'm really
review
tired of
channel.
Yes,
hearing.
you're allowed to say that out
Can
loud.
we say who the real hate channel is? The real hate channel is Ziggy's. Okay,
Can we?
that's where
Okay.
real hate
Right,
comes from.
right.
And you want to
Cigarette
talk
bit.
about bullying, Ziggy? You and Fred bully a 5-year-old missing little girl, and you exploit her every day for clicks and clout. Okay, so you want to talk about fucking hate channel, bitch? You're the one.
Okay, hold on. 6 Up. I
Six
love
up,
you.
take a deep breath.
I love you. We don't. So what
I just wanted to say that I'm sick of hearing about hate. Hate,
I
hate, hate, hate,
understand.
hate.
I know.
It's
And
not.
I will publicly say right now tonight, like we made the mistake of one time in the past, before we got to know 6 Up, we called her a hate channel. We did too. And then I got to know 6 Up. I got to know what her passion, why she does what she does. And I understand it now. And I 100% support why she does what she does. She is defending missing child cases, being taken advantage of, being used for clout, for money, for it burns her. It pisses her off for a lot of reasons. For a lot of reasons that we're not going to go into tonight, but I understand, and I completely understand. I want to get tonight. I really wanted to get to Yennefer, Yennefer's path through this, and it seems like what triggered tonight. By the way, and I'll be honest, I'm not going to shy away from reality. What seems to have triggered tonight was that 6 Up was going to interview Yennefer.
Mm-hmm.
There was some kind of, I don't get it. There was some kind of fear about what Yennefer was going to bring out or say, but Yennefer has never had a channel. She's never been a creator. She's never said anything negative about either of these two people. All that she's done, as far as Jen and I have witnessed, has been helping us set up local interviews to get to the. So, Yennefer, what do you think? What do you think this is all about? Why did she start texting you today, do you think? I don't understand.
I really don't know, because I was doing my duties, and later I saw 8 messages in Messenger, and I'm like, okay. I read them, and then I found out that there was a live about me, and I'm like, oh, well, that's nice. Because again, 6 Up and I had this discussion about when we did the live, that I was just wanting to talk about my experience.
I was going to ask that. What were you planning to even talk about? What was so horrible you were planning to talk about?
I don't know. I mean,
we were going to go over what we were going to do is we were going to review when she was actually there. We were going to find the point when she was actually there and just review it and talk about her experience, period, point blank. That is it.
A lot of it was actually going to back up what she has said, to be honest with you, about us meeting at La Coretta. Yes, we did. About Jody Sue texting her. Yes, she did. About some of the stuff that was said. And then the funny thing, her thinking that we were at one La Coretta and we were at another one. We did go to Summers Cove. We did go to Beach Creek. We did go on to Benny Hill. We did see the dogs. We did a lot in the first day, and that was not when we talked to Fred. It was the next day that she was with Miss Kathy, and they ran into Fred and did what they did. And then the next day was when I went back with her to see Fred.
Yennefer, why was it okay that you did that with Ziggy, but if you did it for anybody else, you were giving tours?
I know. No, it wasn't. Ziggy didn't say I was a tour guide.
Yes, she did.
Oh, she did? Oh, I thought it was the other creator.
But, well, that one too. Yep. Well, right now, I think it's one and the same at this for this particular period of time that this era continues. Yeah. And that's why I call them eras, like Taylor, right? These are eras where you have this era where this group of people is doing this kind of thing. And it's like who the kind of, I guess, bullying kind of channels who they're targeting this week, who they're targeting, and it's been pretty vicious at times, and it has nothing to do with Summer.
No.
None of the people they're
No.
attacking have done anything to Summer. None of the people they're attacking have harmed Summer. I mean, it's gross. It's gross, and it's like if you watch drama, which I'd stay away from, and I understand the appeal, so I'm not like dogging anybody that watches drama. It does not belong in criminal cases. It does not belong in missing child's cases
No, it doesn't.
100%.
at all.
Yep. Yep. But I don't.
And
What I don't understand. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. And I would just like to say that it's the Southern thing to do. If somebody's coming over, you're hospitable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the way we are.
I mean,
If you're coming to my house for dinner, if I don't already know, I'm gonna find out what your favorite beverages are, and they're gonna be in my refrigerator.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's just who we are. So it's not that we're quote unquote tour guides. We're being helpful in showing you around the area. If it makes you feel better to call us tour guides, wear it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think,
I
Nana,
mean,
in Yennefer, it's the same thing for you guys with showing people around as it is like for me when I will go up on other people's panels
Mm-hmm.
to talk about Summer's case. I want to help the right information be out there. You guys want to help people understand the area and what they're really should be doing there.
Yeah.
Right? Which isn't sleeping with people that around the area.
And
Right?
can I
Or
just
surreptitiously recording them.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Well, also like at the same time, people like I mean, I hear Ziggy tonight like trying. What do these people want from me? Ziggy, everybody has said it for a really long time, and it's actually very simple. And like you're acting like you don't know that you and Fred have done some really harmful things to this little girl, the entire community, and any creator, subscriber, anybody that ever calls you out on your bullshit. So what were you so fearful for that you had to send so many messages to Yennefer today and literally
I
harass a
didn't
woman?
understand that. I
You're
honestly
harassing
didn't
her.
understand it
Hold on.
because
So that's the point, Yennefer. That's the point that I'm trying to wrap my head around, because I could understand if I was going to go up on 6up and the title was like Ryan reveals all about Ziggy or whatever,
yeah.
or anyone else who has actually had a disagreement or has said something publicly. I don't understand. Have you ever gone on the negative about her or had any reason to? I don't remember you ever saying anything. Why is she so afraid of you going on 6up's
I don't
channel?
know. Because I'm sorry, 6up. Probably because it's 6up, to be honest. And
Okay.
I'm an adult. I speak what I want to speak. And if she thinks that maybe I don't know. But I was going to tell my experience, what I saw,
Right.
and we were going to review it. Okay. There's nothing in reviewing a video.
Well, I think that's really interesting that you say that, Yennefer, because the accusation is always that people don't want X, Y, or Z to talk. They're trying to silence them and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. But that's exactly what's going on here.
Yes,
They
and she
don't
is
want you,
right away
they don't,
making threats too. Like
they
right
don't,
away making threats.
yeah, they don't want you to speak. This happened when Andy came out and started speaking.
Yeah.
It was just a
But
massive, like, he's not allowed to. And that's
Well,
crazy to me. We want to hear from everyone.
but
I
I'm going
Gavel,
to
was
throw in
go
Ziggy's
ahead.
favorite word, the narrative. She doesn't want anybody changing the narrative to
Right.
Oh,
from
why?
what her narrative is.
Oh, why Yen? So here's the thing that confuses the heck out of me. Andy speaking up. If I had Andy on panel, I understand why she'd flip out and have a problem. If I had,
Wait, why?
if I had, because he could potentially say things that would be against what she has said about Fred, and it would be about Fred. Or if I had 6up on channel, yeah, she would be like, hell no, 6up's gonna go after me. But Yennefer, one of
Ziggy
person.
doesn't think like that, Ryan.
I don't understand. I don't
I know.
understand.
I don't think anybody of us really understand the way she thinks.
Well, it
She
kind of
does some
proves my
crazy
point
stuff.
that I
Everybody
was
has a
saying
right to
last night
speak.
in my live when I brought Yennefer
Right.
up, and the whole point
That's
of this
right.
whole thing happening. Like, we knew it was going to happen. That's the whole thing. And now you're proving the point that you're over there making it about bullying when nothing's even happened to you yet. Nothing, and nobody's bullying you.
Yennefer has
Right.
never bullied.
I had no
No.
intentions of bullying her or speaking she did defend me. She was there for me at the
She
time.
wasn't the only
Yes,
one, though, and that's what she
exactly.
claimed earlier. I was the only one. It was like, no, you were not.
No, I had you and Chroma Mama in the background. I didn't know Nana at the time. I didn't meet Nana until after all this. But I was friends with you and Chroma Mama.
Yeah. But she certainly wasn't the only person to defend you. I
No.
believe I even went in her chat and said, aren't you going to say anything?
Yes, because you told me that. Yes.
Because I was real irritated. She was like, and I was like, aren't you going to say anything? So that really is irritating to me to say that. But I will say, like, Ryan is giving a lot of people an opportunity to speak. He's giving them a platform to tell
Yes.
their side of what they know. We want to hear that. Why does she have a problem with it? I know why,
Right.
but I'm just saying, hang that question out there. I know what I think. But why does she have a problem with anyone speaking that isn't up her butt or Fred's? And I'm not being mean. That is, you can watch and see for yourself. That's just a fact.
Is it because of what Glenda said? So is it, I mean, were you planning on talking about Fred, Yennefer, in any way on that interview, do you think?
What I heard from
Don't know.
Fred's interview.
They don't know any. Yeah, but they don't know anything we were planning at all, because all they
True.
know is what I told them on that panel. So even asking that doesn't, they had no idea. So my question is, what did you do, Ziggy, when you were with Yennefer that you don't want people to know? Because clearly that must be the issue. And I don't know what it is, but I mean,
well, hold on.
I don't
Hold on.
either.
Let's explore that, Yennefer. Let's explore that. So I'm not afraid of going after that. If there was something that happened when you were showing her around that you think she's afraid to find, let's go ahead and talk about it. Like, what did something happen when you were showing her around that she would be afraid would go public? Is that what this is all about?
No, because pretty much everything that she's talked about it all herself. I don't know of anything. And if there was, then I didn't know it. I'll be honest with you. Maybe I didn't hear it, didn't see it. I wasn't up there the whole time with her and Fred and Laura. Maybe she forgot. I did go check on her +1 several times. And then
let's talk about that, Yennefer. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about when she met Fred. You were there. You were there
the second time. Yeah.
The second time, not the first. I thought it was the
Correct.
first.
No.
Okay.
Kathy was with her the first time.
Could you tell us about the second time then? What was that all about?
Basically, it was kind of the way that I took it is that she wanted just to do another interview with him, and she recorded it. That's where she told me that she was asking the same questions that she had asked the night before. I'm not sure. See, I don't remember everything right now because it was so long ago. Did he know she recorded the first one or not? I want to say no, but he did know this one, and she told him.
I don't think he knew either time.
Really? I thought she did. I could have sworn she
had it in her pocket and was dancing around in those ugly leggings.
Sound is, well, the second time when you were out there, because that is posted. So anything that you say, we've already heard it.
Yes.
On the recording that she put out, but it kept hitting whatever she had it in. It was like that.
See, I don't remember that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, she asked them a bunch of questions.
Sound is terrible.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you are feeling like you would like to, Yennefer, maybe you could read some of the messages that she sent you today via Facebook, and maybe we can get a better understanding. I'm saying I've already got it figured out what it's about. I feel like I know what it's about, but
based on the messages, is that what leading you in that direction based on the messages?
I mean, yes, because yes, and she's doing it purposely because Ziggy always has a fucking an agenda, right? And it's bringing the +1 in to be a victim already, right? The +1 is a victim already.
I have a
Which
feeling that
crazy.
Yennefer is going to have a reading done on her with some cards flying all over the place.
Eliza,
There,
oh my God.
there is
Okay,
also
stop right there for just a second, please, if we can, if
Okay.
you don't mind. I do not believe in readings or tarot cards, and I never ever want to see one done on me or anyone in my family, for the fucking record. Thank you.
Don't say that yet. Don't say that, Nana, because that's going to be the next one. If you say you don't want it, she's going to do it. So, unfortunately.
There
But
is
Yennefer,
also a very clear pattern with this creator. If you notice how the people who were in her channel, those who were very, very good friends with her, when they started to question things and they basically didn't toe the line, and they started to edge away from her, she didn't like that. Then she starts to put out things on these people to try and hurt them and get at them. She has basically done exactly the same thing with Yennefer. Just because Yennefer and Six had planned to do a nice sit-down casual interview,
yeah,
Ziggy got a bee in her bonnet. I'm trying to mind my language. Sorry, I'm watching everything I say because sometimes I can let the odd little word slip out, you know.
Michelle,
but she's just showing it.
You're right. I feel like you're right, but I would understand if it was Six Up about to go live to talk about her. If it was me about to go live to talk about her, Yennefer is one of the few people we've met ever locally, and who is a subscriber to different channels on YouTube. She's the only one that I would say hasn't gotten, like, she doesn't put drama out. So why would she be so afraid of her talking?
Because she heard last night that Yennefer and Six were going to sit down and have a casual interview. Yeah. She doesn't know what that interview was going to be about. She's assuming
she assumed the worst. Yep.
Yeah,
she's trying to get ahead of it. And
so
it's weird
and
to
here's
me.
the thing.
Is she assuming what it is? Is she assuming what it is? Because it doesn't seem like Yennefer would go after anybody in my.
But hold on,
nope. Michelle, your background sounds really loud, hon.
Oh, sorry, I'll mute.
So if there's nothing that Yennefer could tell, what is she worried about?
Right. That's what I don't get.
Well, maybe she's fearing that Yennefer will make up stuff because, you know, she's familiar with that. Not Yennefer is, but Ziggy's used to.
That is
she's
true.
familiar with made up stories.
I don't think she's ever told the truth, like about
the entire
us.
truth. No,
about our friend, all of us. I don't think she's ever told any kind of truth. She knows some of those things aren't true too. Like she knows for a fact.
Right.
And she's still like, it's funny to her. You can hear it in her voice. She knows she's repeating some rumor that was told by another creator or something that's hurtful.
But she's so good at research. Gavel, how could she get it wrong?
But there's stuff that she has said, though, Eliza, that she absolutely knows is not true. About
well, she's completely making stuff up straight to Yennefer, saying things to Yennefer that she knows beyond a doubt are not true, just to say them to be mean and hurtful, and already setting up her narrative, what it's going to be. Which again, Ziggy, I love that for you. Way to go! You're in control.
Good one, Zig.
Yeah,
that is the point. That is the point, you guys. Like, people who come, we have been very careful building this community. People who come here want to understand the truth, and if someone is going to come along and make up BS about someone like Yennefer, Someone like Yennefer, who Jen and I know personally, have seen what she's done for Summer's case, understand her integrity and her character. Now you're getting into the realm of going after someone who, making up BS about someone who you know has character and integrity. And so I want to pull us back because I know we want to talk about why she's doing this to Yennefer, but I really want to focus in on why you, Yennefer, believe she would see any ill intent in you, a good person with character and integrity, and I will shout that from the mountaintops because we know you personally, and we will stand beside you and say that to anybody. We know you would never do anybody wrong.
No.
I want to know your opinion. What do you think about these? If you want to share the text messages, totally fine. If we want to talk through them, this is your platform. My platform is yours. You're allowed to. I want to hear from you. I want to understand why you think all of a sudden she thinks you're not a person of integrity and character when we know you are.
I'm not sure, except for the fact that I was going to do the live. I don't have any loyalty to her right now, or I haven't in many years. We haven't talked since, I think, 2023, around January 2023, the beginning. I have loyalty to you all. I have loyalty to my personal friends. And that's why I'm upset about what she's doing, especially to Nana and to you, Ryan, and to Jen. You know, some of the stuff is it's not cool. I don't care if you are creators. Don't go after each other. We are all here for Summer, to find answers to Summer, not to personally attack us. And I feel like her messaging me, she was trying to scare me. And I don't have anything to be scared of. You already threatened. I was threatened by this individual, I think after a live I did with you, Ryan, on panel.
Yeah.
And why? I am not out here talking about you. And the live I was going to do, like I said, would show that some of the stuff that you were saying possibly was true. I don't remember everything you said, but if we were going over it, I'm not going to make up stories about you and or your husband. And I am one of the few people who have met you and your husband.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I was with you guys on the second time you've ever met. I've met your plus one. I take all of this in consideration. So that I don't talk a lot. You all know that. I am a quiet person, but I listen a lot. And that's what I do is I listen and I retain. But I don't know why she was threatened. I have no idea.
The only thing that I can think of that she was threatened about is because you do know that she gave Fred herb. I think that she didn't want that to be told, and
I
a few
thought she
other
had
things.
told that on a live already.
Yeah, I thought that was out there already.
Yeah.
She
Maybe
did, and she mentioned it on live, but I don't think that she wants people to remember that she mentioned it on a live. So
yeah.
there's that.
So so she didn't want that told. There were a few other things that I know that you're aware of. Whether or not you choose to disclose those is up to you. But there was some shady shit that she knows she did that she did not want exposed.
So Yennefer, I'm not going to force you to talk about stuff like that. I mean, you took them in the area when they came down here and she met Fred and they started whatever relationship they were starting. You witnessed probably things more than most of us are aware of.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask her, did you notice her falling in love with Fred that day?
Good question.
No.
No, there was a funny comment made by the plus one. I don't remember the exact words, but it was more of a joke that she was saying at the time. She was being funny. And now they're married. And I'm just like, Lord, maybe he's the one that needs to be doing the cards, not her mom.
Maybe so, huh?
That's so funny. I mean, come on, people. That was kind of cute and funny.
Yennefer, do you
He
hate?
saw the
Do you
future.
hate?
Huh?
Do you hate? Do you hate Ziggy? Do you hate Ziggy?
No, I don't hate. I don't. Have I hated people in my life? Yes, but not. No. No.
So you have no ill intent toward her at all.
No, I don't have any ill intent at all. No.
You just wanted to tell your story on Six Up's channel.
And would
That's all that
talk
was.
about like what I thought his answers meant, or did I? Because again, we're not playing it, so I don't remember. But we were going to go over it, and why can't I? I was there too.
You
Yeah.
just wanted to talk
And I'm
about your
telling-
impressions to what
Yes.
you were hearing at that time.
Yes.
Also, by the way, I'm hoping that Yennefer will still do this with me, because I again think that Yennefer is one of the most intelligent people that has been around this case the entire freaking time. And yes, when Yennefer said to me, it was the day that we met Ryan's wife, and we were all there. We were with Glinda and Steve and Jen and Nana and everybody, and we were all sitting around in a circle. And all of a sudden, Yennefer said something about doing her talking about her experience with Ziggy and Fred that day. She would do that with me. And I was like, that would be fantastic. And here we are a couple months later. And yes, I'm going to start talking about it because I know what Ziggy does. I know. I'm my sticker predictor is pretty good at this point, Ryan. I'm just saying, it's really good. It's pretty spot on. And I know that people do not realize how big of a deal it is if you just speak up and just tell the truth. This is another instance of just one person just coming to just tell their own truth, and they are not allowed. But Ziggy and Fred can sit over there and lie and slander and defame and harass and literally stalk people in their life. Ziggy says she wants to know what will make it stop. I can let you know really quick. Stop exploiting Summer. Stop lying about her. Both of you. Stop it. And then withdraw all of your lawsuits against people and quit looking up people in their real lives. Quit bringing up all of their real life stuff, all of their children's stuff, bringing up their children. You came and went for Yennefer, and the very first thing you did was bring children into it, including her, Ziggy. How fucking dare you? You do it every single time. When you say you're transparent, Ziggy, that is one thing that's true. I see you, bitch. And that's why you don't want me to talk. That's why you don't want anybody to talk. Because the truth is way stranger than fiction.
I will back up Six Up on. So I did see the messages. Yennefer was kind enough to share what she was hearing, seeing, and so I will say that Yennefer's Six Up's anger and frustration and really, I mean, it's justified. It's justified because she went after Yennefer and actually brought up her being a mother, which blew my mind, and that burned me the most, because I think of anyone we know the relationship Yennefer has with her children, and I will tell you that she loves her children. She loves her children. And when they were transitioning in their life situation, she was literally crying about not having as much time with them, and we love that about her because she is one of the best mothers we know. And for her to suggest that Yennefer, oh my God, to bring up motherhood, man, I'll be honest with you, I equal the amount of anger that the Six Up is expressing right now. Do you mind, Yennefer, giving your go ahead and let us know all the messages, all the things that she said to you. What is your response? What is your response to Ziggy on the things that she said to you and all of those 8, 9 emails, whatever she sent all in a row? Do you have a response? Do you have something you feel free to say at this point?
Yes, I will respond. Look, I'm not going to read all of them. I may not even read them because it's just, I don't know. But as I look at them, number one, I'm not upset with you. Okay. I am not in hate chats nightly. Actually, I kind of like Love Island and stuff like that over being on YouTube. Sorry, but I do. I'm not trying to destroy your life. I don't have a channel. I'm not doing anything to you. I'm not contacting you. Nothing. I did explain my social media. Yes, I did take it down for a brief time. She mentioned that. She mentioned about a call between us in January 2023 about a group of people. And when were we supposed to be on Fred's land? I'm so confused by this because this one sounds like it was in January. Then I thought it was October, November. I don't know whenever, but if they don't know who was on Fred's land, I'm still confused by that.
Yeah, Fred doesn't
I
have
think
land
only
anyway,
you and
Jen, so it's
Ziggy
fine.
were when you messaged Fred.
Yeah, I mean, that was
I think that
literally,
was
that
the
was
time.
the last time I was on Fred Hill's property
Right?
with her. She mentioned, see, I didn't really want to say her daughter. That's why I was calling her +1, that she's heartbroken about me. I don't know why. My loyalty lies with my friends, not to somebody that I haven't talked to in over 2 years. Okay. If you wanted to be a friend, then be a friend. And I hadn't talked to you in over 2 years, 2.5 years. Okay. That's not my problem. And the last message was probably the worst. And that's why I won't read them, because I'm not going to stoop to your level. Let's put it that way. But how dare you say some of the stuff that you said to me? And it was that's bullying, because I never would have said that to you. I don't know why you're upset and think that I was going to be hateful to you. Maybe you should have waited for the live to see for yourself. I just don't understand, because what you said here, no, I don't know. And that was below the belt.
It was, I think I just realized what the issue is. She knows that you won't lie for Fred over summer.
No.
So she's afraid that if you get in that situation, that people are going to find out some of the stuff isn't true.
That's a good point.
I mean, because listening to it will trigger my memory. Right now, do I remember? No. I am nervous, yes, because I don't do this. Listening to it, yeah, it would have triggered things. Me standing there, I do remember, like, really? And that's what I did. I listened. Did I ask a few questions? Yes, I did ask him a few questions. But there were a few things that the Rose Blah stuff, yeah, that was odd. There's a lot of stuff in there, but that's my opinion. I mean, she can't take that away from me, and she can't stop me from having my own opinion.
She can try.
I mean, threats are threats, but I'm not threatening you, so please don't threaten me.
And I will say to anyone who wants to threaten Yennefer, you've got the jerks, you've got Gavel Geeks, Social Media, and you absolutely 100% have us.
Yeah.
We will
And
stand
Nana.
behind Yennefer and Nana, who's a force to be reckoned with on her own. Honestly.
And Ryan, there are people who couldn't be up here tonight because this was kind of last minute. There are people in the chat. It's not just us. There's a community of people behind Yennefer now.
Throw a 1 in chat if you stand behind Yennefer.
I mean, I know I have Chasing. I know that I have Sassy. I know that I have Skilo. I know that I have Audrey and Pixie and Tater and Jenny. I do have friends, people that I've met, people that I've developed relationships with. And yes, Summer brought us together because we love her so much. That's why we all have this bond and have maintained it. And yes, we brought Jen and Ryan in. They have proved themselves. To know Jen and Ryan is different than seeing them on YouTube. I will tell you that 100%. No. You see us on YouTube, you don't know what we're really like. Not at all. Somebody could be sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, she's a hateful old hussy. No, I'm not. But if you took the time to get to know me, you would realize that. It's the same with Jen and Ryan. I'm not saying you guys are hateful hussies, by the way. But I'm just saying, come on. I'm just saying that we all have different roles that we play. Tonight, Ryan's playing YouTube creator, but when he logs off, he's going to play loving husband to his beautiful wife. When I get off here, I'm going to play wife to my handsome husband. We all have our roles in everyday life. The way that he comes up here, that's the way he is, because that's the way he wants to present his channel. Okay. I don't see what's wrong with that and why people judge you off that. Get to know somebody. I'll shut up now.
No, you don't need to shut up. You're amazing. You're such an amazing person, Yennefer.
I agree.
No.
I agree. And I have to say, no, she really is. And that's why I was actually so really excited to have her up and have a conversation with her. And I also knew, Ryan, at the same time that this was going to happen just because I am who I am. That's it. That's all I have to be, is like Yennefer said, it's just because it's 6 up. And that's it. And yes, I do get frustrated, and I don't help myself by raising my voice saying, hey, don't hate, but I'm so tired of hearing it. There's so much love and admiration and intelligence and just people lifting each other up all the time in this community. And I get so sick of hearing hate, when the only hate that comes out is out of that demon over there's mouth with that rat in the basement. And that's the truth. It's just the truth.
No, yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate, honestly, getting to know all of you over the last few months has been eye-opening for Jen and I, because we started on our own and we were going to go on our own. And then we met Nana, who, like I said, is a force to be reckoned with. And then we met Yennefer, who has become, like I said, she's like, both Yennefer and Nana are honestly like family to us. They're family. We would do anything for them because they have integrity and they have character, and they will defend both Yennefer and Nana, and actually everyone on panel, to be honest with you. If you're going to go after a local who doesn't deserve it, you're going to have an army of people who are going to stand up in a panel in a discussion like this, and we're going to talk about it. And we are going to defend people who don't deserve to be slandered and defamed and talked about. So if you're
Tennessee,
going
what?
if you're going to go after Yennefer, if you're going to go after Nana, if you're going to go after the jerks, if you're going to go after 6 Up, these people in this army, I'm going to call them, are focused on Summer, and that's why we are aligned with them, and we're going to stay aligned with them. And Yennefer, I don't understand what's happening. I just don't understand the hate. I don't understand the bullshit that is all of a sudden like exploding. And all you wanted to do is tell your story. It had nothing to do with anyone but what you experienced in Summerwell's case, and you have every right to tell your story and how you feel about Summer's case.
Well, one thing is that if you think about it, who else was there besides Fred and Ziggy? Me, and then Kathy on the first day. So if we're going back and we're looking for answers or going back reviewing footage, wouldn't you want to talk to the other person that was there?
Absolutely.
I mean,
yes,
absolutely.
Like a no-brainer.
It's like I said on another live of Ryan's, you want to talk to the people that were there, the chase, the search, not people speculating what they think happened and they're sitting in another state. No, the people that were there is who you want to talk to. That's it. It's that simple. But it doesn't happen that way on YouTube.
6 Up and Yennefer, are you going to do the live still? You're going to talk through things?
Yeah, we can. Yes. I mean, what's
Absolutely.
Good. What are you thinking, Yennefer? I can see frustration on your face. What are you thinking?
Just thinking, are we done yet?
No, I'm okay. Phew.
Were there things that happened in the past?
Hmm?
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, Ryan, to yourself, for the like of me, the interviews that you have been doing recently with the local people have been such an eye opener. You know, when we've
Yes.
heard so much about these guys from other
Live.
creators and they're painted in a really bad light. And
Yeah.
then you sit down face to face and such warm and inviting people. It
You
just
humanized
shows.
them.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much. And I will answer to follow up on that, Michelle. I think this is a perfect question. And I'm going to ask Six Up because of all the people we've talked to, when it comes from knowing lies from truth, probably Six Up is the one that's most passionate. And I'm going to give my answer, and I'm going to ask Six Up to weigh in on this one. Brian, how do you know the lies from the truth from the locals? I'm going to tell you, we are very, very much a lot like Gavel Geeks in that we believe in understanding. Before we do an interview, we learn a lot about the person and the facts and things you can prove about them. Karen, for example, we knew her whole background. We knew everything she was going to talk about. And I took that documentation, and it was like a checklist. And as Karen's talking to us, she mentions her background. She mentions her record. And it's like a checklist. And I'm like, she told the truth. Credibility goes up. She told the truth again. Credibility goes up. That's what you have to do. You need to use the evidence and the facts and the data, as Gavel would say. And what they're telling you, if it aligns with the truth, it's just like in court. If someone says one lie that doesn't align with what you already know it to be true, their credibility goes down. Karen's credibility, I'll tell you guys right now, was through the roof. She said everything that we already knew was true, and then she elaborated and told stories and gave us all the details that you guys saw in her interview. Now, when you take the flip side and you look at Fred, you know the documented truth, and he says things that are untrue. It is kind of common sense, Tia and Twister. And when someone says an untruth that you can debunk, like Six Up does every friggin' week, several times, debunking things that people say that are documented to be not true, that's when you know their credibility is going down. And that's what I do in every local interview. We already know a whole bunch of truth about these people. And so when they tell you things that align with what you already know, then you know they're credible. If they're saying things that aren't aligned with what you already know, then they're less credible. And so far, everyone we've interviewed has been Steve, Glenda, even Bill Shipley, and especially Karen. They have been aligned with what we already knew to be true, and they are credible people. So that's how we know. Six Up, I want to get your take on this. When you interview people and you want to determine credibility of someone you're talking to, interviewing, what's your take?
Take is the same as if I wasn't taking like a journalistic approach, which I do when I speak to people, obviously. But if I was not, same approach that I would take as a normal human being on the street. If I meet you, I give you 100% of my trust right out. It doesn't matter who you are; it's yours to lose. And just like you, once you tell me a lie that I can verify that it was a lie, then I'm gonna remember that, and your credibility goes down. And then I'm going to fact check, right? Just like you said, I'm gonna fact check the things that you're saying. I'm going to re-question you. I mean, I hear Ziggy was doing that. She was doing good there, asking the same questions, right? You ask the same questions over and over and over, and you want to see if they're telling. And I've told people, like with my experience with Karen, when me and Karen's first started talking, we weren't right away friends. Of course, at the time, I'm thinking that's Fred Hill's sister. I've heard some really bad things about Fred Hill's sister from Ziggy. You know, that was years ago at that point. So I still have those things in the back of my head, but I still want to give that person, no matter who that person is, 100% of my trust. Now, I'm going to go off like, let's say Bill Shipley. We'll bring in Bill Shipley. I feel a certain way about Bill Shipley. So I've heard him say a couple things that I know that are not true, right? So his credibility just goes down a little bit. But as far as Fred goes, we're talking about somebody who has zero at this point, under the basement credibility. Because I mean, I'm serious though. It's that bad. It's that much. And
Lie after
so
lie.
yeah.
Yeah. What about Yennefer credibility? Let's rank Yennefer's
all the
credibility.
way at the top. At the very tip top of all credibility that can be had. I am not exaggerating in any way, shape, or form either. I'm not doing this because I don't have any motivation, but I am actually want to say that I feel really lucky again tonight to be sitting here with all of you. 4 or 5 years ago, this wouldn't have happened. 4 or 5 years ago, this was happening. There would not have been such a united front against the things that are going on over there. And they have been going on for too long. So I love that they get to see this and they get to see that it's not hate. It's absolutely doesn't have anything to do with hate. It actually has to do with love and the truth. And the sooner that maybe they can get there, maybe they can get there. Maybe that's their problem,
Maybe.
that,
Yeah.
and I hear a lot about this documentary. That's the leakage. That's the projections that are confessions. And I'm about to drop, guys. I just want to say that is the answer to all of it. The projections are confessions. We keep hearing about the Sheba is, documentary, and people are treating us like we're famous. And nobody over here is, first of all, trying to be famous, but I think that we all have the same intention, and that's what it's about. And it's about the truth, and it's about getting this little girl home, and hopefully stopping some people in the way. And I want to say too about the thumbnail. I still love that Eliza made that thumbnail and put it all together for us tonight. It is perfect, and I think it plays off perfectly with the fact that Fred always says that he's working with the law enforcement and stuff. Because again, there's a new sheriff in town, and a lot of us are very hopeful. We're very, very, very hopeful that this is going to be the thing. And I will agree with Ziggy with that. We are very excited about the new sheriff, and I hope that will bring some clarity and bring summer home. So that's all I'm going to say for the night. And I love you guys. I love you, Yennefer. You look beautiful tonight.
I love you. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Love
6 Up.
you.
Love
I
you,
think
6 Up.
Thank you, 6 Up. And I want to give a chance to one more person on our panel who hasn't had a chance to talk a whole lot tonight about Yennefer's credibility and history. And I don't know when you guys connected, but Eliza, I'm curious your take on this whole thing, on Yennefer's history in this case, how you became involved, and just kind of like your take on her credibility.
Well, I haven't known Yennefer like that. I met her through Gavel Geeks actually, and her server. I did know her to go with Ziggy, that she was the one that went along with Ziggy on that trip back then, and I remember her going up on that other creators panel. You don't want to say the name, trust me.
Mm-mm.
And but I haven't known her personally like that. But I've never heard a bad thing about her.
Me either. I agree. What about you, Gavel? Your take on Yennefer, her background, her experiences. I don't know I don't know when you guys met, so I'm curious about your take on this whole thing.
We met a long time ago in a faraway place. No, there is. If somebody told me that Yennefer had said something that wasn't true, my immediate response would be bullshit.
Yeah.
There's not. I mean, I've never had an instance where I even had to question. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Because and it's just. I don't know. It's hard to explain because it feels kind of weird because I have known Yennefer for so long. At this point, it's like that's kind of a weird question. Of course, I completely trust. But to think about how that happened, it happened over time, and it happened over experiences and conversations. I mean, we've been up all night, like going through things, going through videos, documents, interviews, whatever was going on at the time. And Ryan, you've seen a little taste of that, how that goes. But this is for years.
Yeah.
We've done this for years. And I don't know. I think Ziggy knows better. I'll be honest. I know she knows better. But she also knows that just asking the same questions over and over, you also have to get the same answers for that to be
useful.
Yeah. So if you're getting different answers to the same questions in the same interview, in some cases, there's a problem.
Yeah.
She has to know that there's a problem here. And that's on her. I stopped. I tried kindly pointing things out to her that were incorrect or inconsistent. She eventually blew up and said I was a lunatic, which is weird. I've never had anybody call me a lunatic before, but okay.
I remember that.
Lunatic
it was
for the facts.
weird. Yeah. Yeah. And there are things, that were said. She told me she knew they weren't true. Like that me and Adrian and I were going to set Fred up and either buy or sell this drug or that drug to him. That's ridiculous. I didn't want anything to do with Fred or I would have gone down there.
I don't even
never
know where
went there.
that came from.
Tiffany.
How
I'm
was that
sorry.
going to work? How
I didn't
was
mean
that
to say
going
it.
to work? In their scenario,
It doesn't work. It's stupid.
And then what? So you sell them something, or you buy something from them, and then who do you call?
It's the dumbest thing.
Ghostbusters.
Hello, Hawkins County Sheriff's Office or TBI. Yeah, I just sold this guy some whatever. What now?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense
at all.
And Fred does fine getting himself in trouble like that.
Right? Help.
I mean, he doesn't need help. But I had no desire to talk to him. I heard what he had to say to Ziggy. I heard it a couple of times.
Right.
By the time that she's talking about when we were down there doing the search, we already heard her talk to him a couple of times, and I had no desire to speak to him. As a matter of fact, I didn't watch any of that anymore
actually,
because I was so frustrated. I did
want more details on those monkeys.
But see, the monkeys and the rose blah thing, throw those out the window. Even put those to the side. I don't even care. It
was the biggest clue right off, though. It was the biggest clue right off that this guy
to me
didn't have any credibility.
When he's talking about June 15th, he's been talking to Ziggy for years at this point, and she's still hearing new shit, new people on the freaking road. In the holler, she's shocked. She's never heard it before. There's a problem.
It was like a damn freeway, wasn't it?
I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
Yeah.
I mean,
whole thing.
They're just new stuff comes out all the time, and every time Donna Serafina had a vision, Fred all of a sudden had the answer. And it was just this is insane, especially the people that are deceased around there that he has put up on the chopping block. That is sick.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you have that suspicion, keep it private. Talk about it privately. Do not go live.
Go tell the law enforcement and stuff.
Oh, right. I want to say one more thing to you really quickly about Summer's case. There's the case that law enforcement has, and then there's what I call her public case. And her public case, to me, what's important, and that's what I feel like I contribute to, is her public case, which is trying to cut down on the lies, the misinformation that comes out. That is what I feel like is my responsibility, or partially my responsibility. The law enforcement, we turn in whatever we have that makes sense to turn in, not something we heard on Z's. Okay? We don't write these big emails with horrible grammar and misspellings.
You don't do Dear TBI
narratives.
And
right.
Who your husband is and all that?
Right. No, we contact directly when we have something to say and something that we feel like they need to know.
That makes a lot more sense.
It does, doesn't it? Instead of coming on YouTube and saying, "Oh my gosh, everybody, look who we found this person and they seem sus."
Or worse,
not
videotaping
doing that.
yourself on a phone call with them while you're pacing around the
Oh
house,
my gosh. Yeah.
lunatic, and then get
But
hung up.
I just want to be clear about that. I don't think I'm solving her case. I'm not an idiot. But I do
Right.
believe that we can help with her public case, which may in turn end up helping law enforcement in some way.
Yes.
But
I
my
agree.
goal is to try to help get the right information out here.
You think about it, Gavel, you think about it, the thousands and thousands of ridiculous tips that they got. I mean, that's a good service to be trying to provide to the community, separating out the bullshit, the drama, the lies, the fake, the bad tips, and what you're trying to do is put out there like, this is the truth, this is what really happened, here's the timeline, here's what we know. It's documented. I think that's valuable and a good thing to work on.
But I don't even have to tell you what to think. I can say, hey, here's all the information we have about this thing. Go make up your mind. That's what I prefer to do.
Right. Use your head.
Right. But this mess, I think there's a real fear around, because it keeps being said that everybody wants to silence Fred. Absolutely not.
Don't care.
I never wanted them silent. I don't want her channel to go away. I don't care about their marriage. I don't care. Stop throwing that stuff in front of the lies that he's telling. That's all. It can't be that he's not telling the truth and it's been proven.
No, it's to distract you
to be.
when you start noticing that he's not telling the truth. That's where that other stuff comes in. Oh, you're blah, blah this, you're a hater, you're this, instead of addressing the elephant in the room, which is the lie you just told.
The lie.
Exactly.
You just nailed it. Eliza, you just nailed it. That the only reason we took interest in the lies and why we're doing the interviews is because it's nonstop. It's been from day one since he got this voice on YouTube. So there's a reason behind it. And normally, I mean, if we were covering someone else's case, like any other case, like Layla Santinel, Holland Snap, it would be who do we know was involved? What are the circumstances of the case? But you've got this one person who's taking the circumstances of the case and making up other lies and other stories. And so now you've got this mess of BS.
He makes himself look suspicious, and here's why I say that. Have you ever seen like arsonists and stuff where they finally locate the arsonist and they'll see that he was out there the whole time? He might have been the one that called it in. He's watching it. And the same with people that are, involved in other missing cases or unalive people and stuff, where they were right there in the crowd. They attended the funeral. They stay close. They're talking to the police all the time. When they have an unusual interest in the case, it makes you look a little suspicious.
Yes.
I mean, there's actual documented cases of this. So, I'm just saying that it's not helping them.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't believe that Fred has done something.
Same. I don't either.
That's not my thought. Same with like any of them.
That's what makes him look suspicious. I don't think he has anything to do with it either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just want him to quit lying.
They're interested in telling stories is for.
Yeah. And Gavel, that's where I was going. It's like normally we wouldn't even care about Fred because he would just be a neighbor who happened to be in the area. But it's like, why is he so involved? And Jen is I'll tell you, of anyone I know, she loves true crime, and she's told me repeatedly what Eliza just said about a guilty party often standing in the crowd and like watching what happens and wanting to be sort of like almost central to the case while they're not central to the case. The weirdest damn thing, and he is acting like that type of person.
Yeah, there was a serial killer.
It makes you have to look in his direction. He is making us have to look in his direction. If he would just shut his mouth, nobody would have ever cared.
Right. He's just a big distraction to the case, honestly.
And the question then is why? Why is he trying to be distracted?
Yeah, I don't. That's what I don't understand.
It doesn't make sense.
He has Ziggy now. If it was to get Ziggy's attention, he has her attention. They're married, so
move on, right?
Why keep telling stories? And we definitely
he's
know
in too
their
deep now.
stories. They're not
He's
true.
but he's in too deep. What's he supposed to do?
Just zip it.
You know?
Just
Well,
zip
yeah,
it.
but he's not going to. Yeah.
I don't know.
There was
I don't know.
there was a serial killer. I can't think of his name right now. He used to go into a bar where that where officers hung out, and he would sit there and talk to them about the cases. People he
Oh
unalived.
my God! You gotta be
What
kidding
was
me.
his?
Exactly.
What
It
was,
happens. Yes, it happens like that. I can't think of his name either.
hold on, I'll tell you in a minute. I'll look it up.
Oh, that's wild.
There was a TV show that was about him too, because he was one of the people that the FBI started talking to when they
Yep.
started talking to serial killers to do the profiling analysis. I
Well,
can't remember the name of the
it's
show
like-
either.
If you watch the BTK interviews, he almost wants to like get credibility for what he did. It's
Mhm.
insane. Like, there's this like
It's because they are insane.
Kemper,
Oh my
Ed Kemper.
God.
Ed
Yes.
Kemper is the one. He used to go
Kemper.
into the bar with all the
Yep.
cops, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I always wanted to be a cop," you know. And he'd sit there and talk to him about the cases. It was a very weird. That stuck with me,
Yep.
and that's
It's
exactly
crazy.
what Eliza and Jen were talking about.
So I will say, when it comes to Yennefer, anything that people want to say that at all discredits her credibility in any way, Jen and I, we will be happy to use this platform. We will stand up any night. We will stand up like this to defend Yennefer because we know her personally. We know her background. We know what she's done for Summer. And of all people we know involved in this case, in this community, she is working every single week to get answers for Summerwell's case. And we respect you, Yennefer,
Thank you.
as much as we respect Nana, as much as we keep on saying we love Nana, we love you
Yes.
too. We love you too for everything you're doing for Summer's case.
Thank you.
I just want you to know that.
Thank you. And I love you all too.
And don't ever stop. Don't ever let these people like try to scare you or intimidate you in any way. We'll defend you 100%.
You know,
All of us.
when I first came to YouTube and started, yeah, it was scary. But I'm 4.5 years into this. So I've been around the block a few times. I've made mistakes. I've trusted the wrong people. We all have. But you live and you learn. So, and I'm here now with you all. And that's where we're supposed to be. We're all supposed to be together.
Mhm.
So that's the way I feel.
Thank you. Are you guys having a sleepover? Is Jen staying there tonight, by the way?
Well, I mean, I have to get up at 7. I'm going yard sailing.
I'm not invited.
Yard sailing. That is our Saturday thing, boy.
I'll be home. She's gonna bring me home. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're coming home. Right, sounds good.
You'll have your cuddle buddy back.
Eliza and Gavel Geeks and all of the jerks, everyone who's been on panel tonight. Nana, we love you. I know you had to drop off real quick there, but we love you, Nana. We will support you however we can. We will support all of these creators who are centering their efforts on Summer's case, focusing on Summer. These are the people that we're centering with. People can make conspiracy theories, dramas. I have talked about my past. I've talked about the documentaries that I've done on different stories and different cases. It's landed me where I am today, and it's given me the ability to cover these cases that I do now in the way that I do.
I want to know about the Muscle Man.
The what?
The Muscle Man.
Yeah, I entered a contest. I did. Yep.
I'm just dying right now.
Is there something? But is there something wrong with that?
Not at all.
No, I don't mean you. I just mean why is that?
Whatever.
Something that's brought up. I don't even understand. But
that somebody was working on their shape and stuff. Why is that a bad thing?
Yep.
I don't know.
I started with it.
It was a good thing.
Yeah, Jen's funny.
At least you liked it.
Yeah, sure.
I started in my 40s and I was doing pretty good progress, so I entered a competition. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe
And
I'll
Okay.
get back there.
He wasn't last.
There you go.
I wasn't. I actually was a front runner
Now
for a long
that-
time. It surprised me.
That
See?
was
There's
priceless.
nothing wrong with that.
Do you know what it takes to compete?
Oh man, these were
A lot.
models. These were like male Gavel. These were like male models with professional photographers. And I was in this ridiculous contest to try to like, I can't remember what the magazine was, but you know, I took my own photo, which was ridiculous, but I did my best.
Did you do your spray tan and everything?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you guys at some point. I'm going to wear the skin colored pants and I'm going to pose and you'll see what kind of.
But this is the thing though. Why would anybody put somebody down for trying something?
Right?
I don't understand that.
I don't either. I don't get it.
Some people have lives where they try different things to see what they like. My name.
Some people can keep a schedule and do stuff. You know?
Yeah, my handle in most places is involuntary polymath because of that means I can't help it, but I want to learn about everything, right? And so I want to do it. And I think Ryan is a lot that way too, that he has a lot of different interests. Why is that a bad thing?
I'll tell you, Gavel,
It's
one
so
thing
weird
I've
to me.
learned, I agree. And one thing I've learned in my career, and I hope that maybe Ziggy is watching tonight, because in the corporate world where I ended up landing later in my life, I'm in the corporate world now, thankfully, and I'm very blessed because I came from a poor family, and I ended up where I am today. And one of the things that I am at the point in my life, in my career, is helping others become successful and becoming the best person they can be. And a lot of that, honestly, is being courageous enough to try things that are uncomfortable to you, trying new things, and just
Exactly.
expanding your horizons.
That's how we grow. It's how we
have
grow.
to.
But you have to get out of your comfort zone and try something.
That's why I'm even here, Eliza.
Right?
I mean, seriously,
all of us. I mean,
this is out of my comfort zone.
Yennefer is not in her comfort zone, but
nope.
No.
Oh, yeah.
She absolutely is not.
I could see her every time anybody says anything nice about her. She looks down and shakes her head.
Or she goes off screen. She goes off camera. She's like, they're being too nice.
Like,
but she's up here, you know.
My message to Ziggy is like, I don't hate people in my life. I don't have hate in my heart for people. I try to understand when you have someone who's doing something and it's very unusual and you don't understand why they're doing it. You have to think in terms of, if a normal person acts this way or does this certain thing that doesn't seem normal, why would a normal person do that? Why would someone act that way? And I think that Ziggy, I don't usually say the name of the channel, but I'm going to right now, because we interface with her for long enough to understand the kind of person she is. And I think that Ziggy wants the best for her life. She wants the best life. She wants to live her best life, and she's on this road. She's got this understanding of reality that is coloring her. It's not real life. The conspiracy theories, the things she thinks, there's a secret group of people who are trying to make a documentary. There's like all these people against her. That's called paranoia, and it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous when you are going in the direction of believing that you've got a group of people who are out to get you. There's many of us that aren't out to get you. We actually care about you as a person. We care about your success, and we want you to be the best person that you can possibly be. And to think that these people have some kind of negative conspiracy and trying to take you down. No, these people, Yennefer, Gavel Geeks, Eliza, Yennefer Life, They're beautiful people. They care about other people. They want the best for everyone. They want to find a solution in Summer's case, and they want everyone to have the best life that they can. And to think that there's some kind of conspiracy where these people, these beautiful people, these people on panel, Nana, Yennefer, Jennifer, my Jennifer, would want anything negative for anyone or a bad life or a bad outcome. No, we want the best for everyone. We want the best for everyone. And we want answers in Summerwell's case. That's what we're focused on.
It's
So
better for
that's the main
Summer.
thing
It's better
focused
for
on it.
us. Yeah,
Yes.
everything's better if you're a successful at what you're doing. If you're doing the right
Of
things
course.
and successful at what you're doing,
Yeah.
I absolutely would love that. And I hung around being supportive of Ziggy way longer than most people did. Way longer.
Yeah.
And
I
all
don't.
it took was for me to stand up to her and say, no, that's not true. One time.
Disagreeing was a problem.
I don't hate Ziggy. I don't really hate people, but I don't like Ziggy. And I can't like her. I too long. I did try to help her, but
Yeah.
there's never a solution that will work for her to any problem.
I feel for the jerks, especially the jerks, and 6 Up who were believers. I will call you guys believers. I'm sorry. You were at one point part of the cult. You believed in Ziggy. You were. You bought in. You drank Kool-Aid. Like you believed in her.
That's not really
go that far.
But
yeah.
But you're meeting us now, years
Yeah.
later, after we've learned so much about
And
YouTube and creators, and
her
we've
too,
grown.
right? Yeah, and her too. She's changed a lot. And when she
Yeah,
was
she has.
first out, she was rarely even on panel. She would have all these people on panel doing all the talking and the questioning and stuff. So it really wasn't, it was being at a place where people like Don Wells would show up, or do you know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
why people were there. It wasn't because of her. So to say it's a cult of her was very different than what it is now, and I'm happy to show you some of that if
She
you'd
had-
like to see it sometime. But it was
I'm
very
sorry.
different.
I'm sorry, Stella.
And it
I'm
was-
sorry, Stella. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the jerks. Those of you who were mods, I didn't mean that in a bad and negative way.
No.
I just meant you bought in, and you bought in, like you were there for it. You were there for it. You believed in
Yeah,
it.
but like I buy
I was
into
there to hear. I
anything.
really was thinking.
I watch
that
Hassan Piker
someday,
every day. I don't believe everything he says.
any day, that we were
It's
going to get
really
news
hot.
that little girl was found.
Tragedy Pimps, the Ziggy Springer days. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So you missed the scamathon and all that.
I
too,
did.
Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was the scamathon?
Oh
That
God.
was the fundraiser.
It wasn't really a scamathon. They
No,
raised
Okay.
money
but-
for Summer's
Yeah.
reward fund, and
Right.
it went there. There's receipts. All of this stuff happened.
Yep.
And I think it was the driveway camper lady who was the primary. She was there for every bit of it, talking about herself during the scamathon. Or yeah, you got me saying during the marathon. She was talking about herself. She gave her filthy shirt she put it up for auction. The shirt she wore searching for Summer. No lie. Right, and then it never went out, but for whatever reason, I don't know. But that's what she called it. She didn't get anything from it.
No.
She talked a lot about like how she was supposed to get more money from the DV merch. Okay, I'm not kidding.
TV merch? I don't know about
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
DV merch. Yeah, yeah,
Oh dear.
it's a real thing. And she was very upset about that, but because there was some awakening and realization that she was not telling the truth. She said Andy's parents had Ronnie Lawson working for them, and they were coming after her. It was just so much BS, like that we
Yeah.
now know is just really not true.
Okay.
People started catching on, and so she flips, comes to YouTube, right? Because previously she was on Facebook, and she comes to YouTube and tells everyone that it was a scamathon, and she's gonna take them all down if she doesn't do anything. We've made millions of dollars, Ryan. I don't know if you know that.
Of course you have.
Yeah, we've made millions on her back. On her back. She doesn't even say on Summer, like on Summer's case, or it's off her and her littles. It's been a crazy shift of personalities of
Yeah,
multiple people over the years.
I apologize. I know you guys were there. We weren't. I apologize for judging you for buying into it.
Apology accepted.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
you're fine.
Sorry.
We'll let you
No,
slide on that one.
yeah, it was just different. It's hard. It's not like it is
Understood.
now.
It
Was
wouldn't
even
happen today.
when you were working with her, Ryan, in the cult.
Shut up. Shut up.
It was way worse at that point.
Yeah, we were like, what is he doing?
Everybody was already like, we're out of here, and you're like,
What the
I'm
hell
just
is Ryan
kidding.
thinking? Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I
I knew
fair
you
enough.
were new. I knew
Fair
you were
enough.
new, and
Yeah.
I knew that you were still trying to figure things out. I didn't hold it against you at all. I never hold shit against people like that. I don't.
When we know better, we do better, but it sometimes takes
mean,
time to find out you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Yes. It took a while. It took a while for us to figure it out. And I will land on this final statement. Andy was on the road.
I would like to
Oh my gosh.
Anybody in
At
chat.
some point, he probably was, but he wasn't.
He lived
prior
there.
He
to.
stated he did live
To
there.
go to work in the morning, he had to be on the road. So at some point he was on the road. We know that.
He had to be on the road.
Can I just say a shout out for the old school people? Anybody in chat who knows what
please.
big schizo little catatonic is, please put a 2 in the chat. Because it was hilarious. Oh, I can't believe nobody knows what it is.
Catatonic.
That's crazy. It's big. That name that you just put up a minute ago, it's big. I think it's big catatonic little schizophrenic.
Yeah, they've been in our chat for a little while.
Mm-hmm. But you don't know where that name comes from, I guess.
No, I don't. Nope.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I'll let you know. But I just wondered if anybody in the chat knew what it was. I know if Yo Sassy or Skeeter were around. There's Sassy.
Got a bunch of twos.
Mm-hmm. And it was hilarious. There you go, Skeeter. 1,500 cigarettes. I'll just say it was a song that Benny made up.
Okay.
A long time ago.
I
And
remember
it
that.
was absolutely hilarious. And so I'm seeing that in chat all of a sudden. Like the other day, I was like, oh, I know what that is. It's a very funny song. So, anyway, I'll hop down because it's getting late, and I know that you're running out, and I know Yennefer running out by now, and probably Eliza too.
Yeah, I'm going to say good night, but thank you for having me up.
Yes, thank you so much.
coming up, you guys,
And
both of you.
Yennefer, I will always be there to support you, just like
Thank you.
tonight. I
Always.
love you so much.
Thank you guys.
Thanks
you
for having
all.
us, Ryan.
Good night.
Yennefer,
Bye, everyone.
Yennefer, don't leave. Don't leave. Yennefer. I just wanted to say, Yennefer, thank you for coming up tonight. I know this was hard. I know you've had a hard couple of days, a lot of messages coming at you, and I want you to know, no matter whatever happens, no matter what BS comes at you, Yennefer and I know she's sitting right next to you, so you know this. We've got your back, and we will stand with you any day of the week.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the kind words. I didn't chat much. Sorry.
No, it's okay. And please do the live with 6 Up. I think it's important to cover.
I will. Yeah.
Good. Good. All right. Love you guys. Have a good night.
Love you.
And I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. This was panel interviews are not always easy because we have a lot of people, different opinions, but these people we had on panel tonight, I want you to understand that we are aligned with them. The work we do on these interviews, the interviews we're trying to do with locals, is driven by Nana for Life. It's driven by Yennefer. Those are the two people. Yennefer and Nana for Life are the ones who have the connections, who know people locally. There's no conspiracy. There's no documentary as far as I know. If there is a documentary, I mean, I hope there's a documentary. I would love a documentary on Seminole's case. I would. I hope there's a documentary, but there's no conspiracy. And I hope that you guys have learned a lot about Yennefer tonight in this live, and what she's all about and what she's focused on, and all of the people that we align ourselves with. We align ourselves with people who are focused on Summerwell's case. And all of you, a bunch of you in chat tonight are also our members. So I want to thank you all for supporting Jen and I. We don't only cover Summerwell's case. We cover as many local cases as we can possibly cover with our limited resources. Moon is going to be certified at the end of the month. We are hoping she's certified, and that's kind of our focus right now. So there's not a whole lot of videos coming out right now, but there's going to be coverage of Moon hopefully getting her certification, and we're very hopeful for that because that's going to open up a lot of doors for us with search and rescue and finding answers for other missing persons cases in the area. And I want to thank the Jerks. I want to thank Six Up. I want to thank Nana for Life and Yennefer and all the other people, all the other creators who I want to thank all the other creators who don't like misinformation and don't like lies and people abusing and misusing these cases for clout and for money, because that's something Jen and I stand strongly against. We will always stand strongly against that. We're trying to do our best to do the right thing for these cases, to do the right thing for the families of the missing. It's really important to us to be respectful and have integrity. And if you all see us doing anything ever that is not aligned with that vision or that passion for helping the families of the missing, I want you all to let me know. Message me, make a comment. It's okay, because we are here for the missing people. We're missing for the missing, especially for the missing children. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the mods for being in chat tonight. Thank you for our guests. We love you all. We appreciate you all so much for your support and for everything. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work that we try to do locally, and the locals who are putting in the effort to find answers for especially Summer's case, it's really hard, you guys, and this drama doesn't help. And we want the drama to stop, and we want to focus on getting answers for these cases. Thank you all. Thank you, Six Up. Thank you, the Jerks. Thank you, Nana for Life, and thank you, Yennefer, especially you, Yennefer, for everything you do in Summer's case. We love you. Jen and I love you so much. You're family to us. We appreciate you. We love you. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great night. Have a great Friday night and have a good weekend, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.